Yeah, I mean, I could go. I guess I could go back
Why
in there,
didn't you
but
come in? Yeah, you could. I thought you were gonna set the pod up and just have
well,
it on you.
let's see. Let's see if it'll work. I just don't want to be echoing and shit.
We should be good with the phone. You should even
No,
be able to plug in your
well,
damn headphone if
Yeah,
you want.
if it's not echoing now, it should be good.
either. Oh, you got to come let me in real quick, Irv. And we're live, by the way. Welcome to this
Oh,
episode of the Nonsensical
yeah.
Knowledge Podcast.
This is
We
not
have been fucking up.
All night.
You got to let me in real quick, Irv.
knock knock. There's someone at the door.
I know, right? What's good with you guys?
It's been a long day.
Entry.
No, for sure, man.
Oh God, Gillibrand's on.
Kirsten Gillibrand?
Yeah, fucking nutcase.
Yeah, they are. All of these politicians. So yeah, what's good with you guys?
Just this tonight.
Nice.
Glad to be here.
We're getting that echo.
How you
What's
still
up?
have that fucking echo?
It's impossible. You're using the phone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Outside with your ass.
I know, dude. It's bananas, right? It sounds better now, right?
It does. Send them packing.
Or
I know.
lock me up.
Insane in the membrane. Nah, so
Oh.
yeah. So anyways, Herb could probably bring up on his share screen. But anyways, this episode was focused around the election results and how are we looking right now?
Looks like Trump's winning. I could be. Oh, yep. All right. Trump or Harris just won New York. Looks like Trump's winning North Carolina, but undetermined yet. North Dakota, Trump.
Okay.
Ohio's Trump.
Trump won Ohio, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it right now. Oklahoma's 67. My bad. It's moving so quick. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah,
Damn.
and it's kind of flip flopping too, right?
I don't think so. Not really.
Nah,
I know.
he's pretty damn close.
When I was
There,
looking at the Google earlier, man, it was like some states were like shades of red, and then they would be like shades of blue, and then going back and forth.
yeah, I only tuned in about 6 o'clock.
They called what was it, Indianapolis and Kentucky mad early.
Yeah, Kentucky's mad red though.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know for sure, but either way, that's it's kind of crazy, bro, because like there's such a like when last I looked, I don't have it in front of me, but last I looked was that like he was up by like a million votes, almost 2 million votes.
Maybe. I haven't seen anything like that yet. I just seen the percentages. Wisconsin, looks like it's Trump. Popular vote, 52% Trump. But it's only at 16% estimated right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys think the biggest surprise is going to be? Do you think like one of these candidates get like a state you don't expect them to get?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm expecting a steal.
Yeah, you think
In
it's
what
going to be like a landslide?
in what way?
Man, like I think like the same thing's gonna happen this last election. You're gonna see a Trump lead, and then last minute you're gonna see a switch.
So you think there could be like some tomfoolery, or you think this is like Kamala wins it? Like honestly,
There's no way Kamala wins. Honestly, I mean, have you watched her campaign?
no. Listen, you know what? I don't know if you guys paid attention to the Rogan and Elon episode that came out recently,
I
but
tuned in for a bit.
essentially what Elon said was like, that they were going to flood these swing states with the migrants, and eventually they'll just be voting blue, like all the way. So the swing states won't be swing states anymore. They'll just be blue states. So
That's a foolish plan because a lot of like these immigrants are conservative by nature.
oh sure.
That's a poor investment in long term.
Yeah, I could see it, but at the same time for that, let's get rid of Trump kind of, I guess, rhetoric or narrative, man, because that's really what it is like they stoke them flames with the, we have like this is a threat to democracy, you know, and to me, it's like both sides present their own threats to democracy in a sense.
Biggest threat to democracy, in my opinion, was the fact that like libertarians weren't even on the ballot in several states.
Yeah. So who the libertarian candidate? I know they had. So it's funny you say that because like I know he had last time I checked. I can't remember his name, and Irv could probably grab it, but the libertarian candidate is listed underneath all those people with like 30,000 votes.
Yeah.
Jill Stein got like 80,000 so far.
Yeah, she's been showing up under some of the Midwest states. I seen I want to say his name's Chase Oliver, libertarian candidate. I honestly haven't been following any of the political stuff, so like I just found out his name today. But yeah, he's showing up at like point 1, point 3, nowhere close.
Really? Well, yeah, they're not. You know what it is, man. We talked about this before, Johnny. That this two-party system is kind of what they're pushing.
It's absurd though. I mean, like why you blocking out a third option? Like 1/3 of the country obviously wants a different choice, and like why are you hindering it?
Right? What do you think, Irv? Where do you think we go from here? What do you think is going to happen here?
Yeah, I read George Washington's farewell address last night, and like just the passion that he had, man. Like he really bled for this shit. Like he had a passion for this country. You know what I mean? And he was like to the people of the country, he's like, you guys need to stick together. It's your union. You know what I mean? Like he's like, they're gonna try to, he's like, don't trust political parties. He's like, enemies are gonna come from within and without to try to divide you and like take the country back. He's like, this country is about your peace, your prosperity, and your liberty to enjoy your home. Like that shit just set it off for me. Like that's what this shit's supposed to be, bro. And they call you a terrorist or people terrorist and shit or whatever they want to call you for
But
saying
they
those
won the
ideals
Biden
today.
administration.
No, no. You know what I mean? And like it's like cats are like, oh, he's a slave. He was a slave owner and shit. You know what I mean? Like I got shit. Like he's like one of my favorite presidents. I got shit all my life. Like, oh, you like that slave owner or whatever and shit. But it wasn't about the bad things he did. Is about what he did to start this country. You know what I mean? To say fuck England. Like let's roll. Like they're taxing us. We got no representation. Like let's body. And they use Mason halls to do it, bro. And
Yeah.
that's real shit. And that's really why I came from the craft from Washington, bro. I'm like, you gotta think like all of these different dudes actually came together during a wartime with different opinions, like right, left, whatever they are, but they got the shit done, bro. And some of them hated each other, wanted to put a hole in their heads and shit, and they still got it done.
Physical.
Yeah.
Didn't they
Yeah.
lock themselves in when they wrote the Constitution? I'm pretty sure there was like mad brawls or some shit when they were writing.
Yeah, those cats are scrapping. Like, nah, fuck that, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? But they still came together and like built this framework, bro. And it's up to us, like the people. It wasn't like they stepped away. They're like, we did this for the people. Now it's your country. Now it's up to you to keep it.
It's a tough
Yeah,
ship to steer.
yeah, it really is too, because it's such like at a certain point the country grows past us. It's like bigger than just the founding fathers, or bigger than just a government, bigger than just an individual. So it's unfortunate though that, we have people now in 2024 that, we're still pushing out these 80-year-old individuals to represent our country. What's the age limit to be a president? 35 years old.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, we can't do any better. And the founding fathers like knew that, and they knew that there would be fallacies, and knew that we would need that First Amendment we talk so often about. We would need that Second Amendment that we talk so often about, because ultimately these things outgrow themselves, And now look,
Mhm.
now look at what's going on.
You know what's crazy is that like it's funny you bring up the amendments and civil rights because that's one of my like make or break issues for politicians, and you never see anyone talk about any of them like as
Yeah,
a core issue.
yeah, and it should be a core issue, And it was funny, Johnny, because I was just talking to somebody about the Long Island audit cat that was going through the shit up in Schenectady.
You know, Sean
Yeah.
Paul is
And how they adjourned him out another like 3 months, bro, while they go through all the procedures, because these government officials, this mayor just feels like he can just sign executive orders that are unlawful and say, no, you can't come here, you can't stream here, you can't record here. And it's like, no, dude, this is a public building. This is it's our right to be here. It's our right to keep these guys accountable.
I actually think his trial's this week.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think they're on the final decision.
I
They
know.
did the
Imagine all this over a trespassing charge, bro.
well, the trespassing charge is because of the executive order, and the executive order says you can't engage in free press in City Hall. The problem is that it directly the executive order directly conflicts with several SCOTUS rulings. Don't ask me to cite them off the top of my head, but and it also conflicts with the New York State Right to Record Act. Any officer, any government official, you have the right to record them in the course of their
Right.
duty. And the irony is that Sean was respectful. He didn't do anything that was out of line. He just questioned. He walked into a few offices, asked a few questions, and politely left. Um, Several people were more than willing to sit down and talk to him, including the chief financial officer. And next thing you know, he's downstairs by the exit, and he's getting arrested.
Oh
Um,
no shit.
I went to file a formal complaint about the whole situation, and I was actually followed up by one of the security officers who had him arrested. Now they're all retired police officers, so they should know better. But yeah, he stalked me up to the office, sat there while I wrote out a full like complaint, and then while I wrote the second complaint about him sitting there watching me, he stayed there again. And then the director of operations for Gary McCarthy, City of Schenectady, I can't remember her name. She was kind of polite, but when I called her out on it, I was like, "Hey, what's that guy's name?" She's like, "I don't know." It's like, "You don't know the security guards in your building? You're the
Yeah.
director of operations. You're the number 2 to the mayor, and you don't know these people?" It's like, "That's inappropriate what he just did, and you're not saying anything?"
Yeah, which is wild too, because you would think that the law is written. It's not like it's open for interpretation. Like, sure, some of it's like case law and weird shit like that, but these are laws that are written, man. You have a procedure, a policy, and a right of law to follow those laws, to know your shit. And a lot of them, bro, a lot of the police officers don't know half the laws they're trying to enforce.
Well,
You know?
it's funny you bring up the interpretation thing because people like to use that, but ignorance of the law is no excuse, right? So
Yeah, sure, sure.
the law must be clear and concise for the lame man to understand. If it's not, then it's vague, and therefore the law is invalid. This has
Right.
been this SCOTUS has deemed numerous laws invalid because of being vague and or like they could be used in any manner of way when under a whim, and that's not a law. That's just tyranny, and
Sure.
and Supreme Court has like kind of acknowledged that.
Yeah.
So it's things aren't vague. They're straightforward. And if you're not following them, you're not following them. It's really simple.
Yeah. 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 Well, that's why I don't think our forefathers like I think they foresaw it in a sense, and that's why they established that First Amendment. You know what I mean? And the right for us to actually stand up and say something without fear. And this is what's kind of relevant to the election too, is like what in the hell happened to the Democrats, bro? Like they are like on the side of censorship and fucking like uh canceling X or shutting out X, doing like all kinds of crazy shit, bro. Like trying to shut people up. They said the First Amendment was an obstacle, you
That's a
know?
shame. That's a damn shame.
Yeah. What do you think, Irv, man? What's the numbers over there? You see the numbers? What we got?
We are looking like, let's see,
I
no
got
new
170
states.
Trump.
I think they're giving them. Oh, they gave them Ohio.
All right. So where are we at right now? What states does Trump have? What states does Kamala have? Clear, concise win.
All right, so Harris, New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Maryland, um, and Illinois. Trump has Florida, which
No
they
shit.
were saying Florida was tough, but he did that. Still waiting
Florida,
for Georgia.
Florida Maine ain't voting for Harris.
No, and Trump's up in Georgia right now, 52 to 47%. That's a big battleground state. A must-have for either party. Uh, then the Midwest, Texas. We know Texas was going for Trump. They were trying to say because Kamala did the rally with Beyonce. They're like Beyonce's gonna perform at this rally. Beyonce didn't even do a song. People were
Yeah, she like
pissed.
walked out.
People were pissed. They're walking out like mid conference because Beyonce got up there like I have a daughter too. Like
Yeah.
she did perform though. That was a performance still.
Well, sure. Yo, did you see the J-Lo one?
Oh, J Lo one was
The internet's tearing her down, bro. They were like straight up like, oh, you could warn people about Trump, but you couldn't warn people about Diddy.
uh,
That's bananas. Like, how do you even? That's
oh
what. Yeah,
man.
that's why. This is politics, bro. This is American politics. Wild. So he's got how many electoral votes does homeboy got?
I mean, he's at 178 right now.
Okay, and
Um,
then
Harris is at 99.
so Trump is at 178,
178. Yeah.
and then
Which
Harris is at what, 99? You said.
99, 261 delegates still up for grabs. So we should be coming up on some more poll closings.
All right, yeah, cool. See, I'm learning how to do these banners and shit.
Oh, this
Rocking
So
them.
easy.
just putting them up for us, That's so. When do you think we know who caps it off? Because obviously these votes are going to come in late towards California and the West
That's
Coast
funny
and
you
shit
said
like
that.
that.
Yeah, people, I don't follow like John said earlier. Don't follow these early totals like Trump's up 60 to 40, Kamala's up this and that. Like all these votes are gonna come in. Things are gonna change. Hopefully, like legally and properly counting all the votes. And
Well,
but
did you see Obama's tweet?
No, what'd he say?
Hold on, where is it? Okay, here it is. All
he
right, and
will
I
not.
quote: "It took several days to count every ballot in 2020, and it's very likely we won't know the outcome tonight either. So keep a few things in mind as you make your voice heard today. Thousands of election workers are around the country are working hard today. Respect them. Thank you. Don't share things before checking your sources. Let the process run its course. It takes time to count every ballot." And then the comments are just fucking tearing them apart, which is fucking hilarious.
What are they saying? What are some of the comments?
Let's see. Haha, you Democrats, you have to calculate how many ballots you have to create to make it seem close. Fuck you, Obama. You're the reason why our country is in shit in the first place. 2020 was stolen and the people won't let it happen again. This is what
So
happened when,
they're going in on this dude.
yeah,
They
I
will
mean,
not. People
I
will
mean,
not stop.
a decent amount of people think the election was stolen. Like, even me, who's a third party libertarian, like, I I'm impartial. Like, I don't know. I
Um,
genuinely know. I mean,
I
I think it was most likely stolen in my opinion, but I don't know.
I feel like if you can't tell me that the amount of fraud was zero, then you know what I mean. Like it's compromised. So if the vote is supposed to have integrity,
Well,
so
I
if
think there's
if
always gonna
one
be fraud.
percent of that is fraud, that's compromised. You know what I mean? That's a
I
can't
mean,
trust it.
I agree to disagree on that, but, like, at the same time, like, there's always gonna be some amount of fraud, but, like, the fact that they're trying to wrap everything under the table, like, they're trying to say, "There's no fraud at all. There's no fraud at all." It's like,
No.
that's bullshit. That's complete bullshit, and I won't hear any otherwise.
Sure. Yeah, same. You just get humans are fallible, man. They start loading those ballot boxes. You have the migrant crisis where they're just allowing. And I don't know if you guys heard this, but apparently Newsom passed a law in California that you cannot show ID. It's illegal to show ID at these balloting stations. Like, and you can
Yeah.
Google that for me, Irv, if you want. But I'm pretty sure, like, even in like the local elections, like the fucking county legislature, they'll like, no, they don't want ID, which is crazy because then you can't trace the fraud.
You need ID to go into most city halls nowadays after COVID.
Right. Yeah. It's insane, bro. But you don't need ID to vote.
Yeah, that's a tricky one because that comes down to a Fourth Amendment violation.
As for what?
So, under the Fourth Amendment, you have the right to be secure in your papers and persons unless you are suspected of a crime. So that includes your ID. So going to vote, walking into City Hall, going to protest, anything like this, any civil rights,
Yeah.
you it's a tricky line. Now
So
you could
go ahead.
loophole it by doing a voter ID card when you register.
Right. Yeah. So it is a slippery slope, but at the same time, I feel like in order to vote in a U.S. election, you have to be a U.S. citizen, right? So you at least have to have proof of citizenship
Why?
in a sense.
No,
Well,
Why? I don't
if it's
get
a,
it.
I'm just saying, if the law states, which the law states, you know what I mean, you have to be a U.S. citizen to vote in U.S. elections. Then
Yeah, I mean,
how do you like, you know what I mean? How do you mitigate that?
well, like I said, you could do voter ID cards that are separate from like your ID, and like
Sure.
just have it your voter registration. So when you go to vote, you bring your voter registration with you.
And I mean that makes sense. And it does. You don't have
they
to give
should
up
put
all
it
your.
on. My bad. They should put it on the back of the vaccination cards.
All right.
That'd be pretty dope.
Well, listen, it's going to go on your chip at some point. You know what I mean? Like when you got to go into the grocery store, bro. Listen, it's crazy because when I went down to Comic-Con, right? Cam and I went into this like little store that they had inside the Javits Center, and it's literally a scan and go. So you literally tap your credit card on the thing to get in, and then you just grab whatever you want and leave.
And then go.
And they scan it. They scan what you took. They scan your card. They like, you know what I mean?
We've been had that system, bro.
Yeah, it's bananas.
Yeah. Walk in, walk out. Yeah, that was funny. Speaking of that shit, so they asked Kamala Harris about they have a proposition in California that's on the ballot now for the crash and steal crews that are raiding all the stores.
Yep.
And they go, "Did you support that measure?" And she's like, "I mailed my ballot in, and it's on its way there." And she didn't answer the question. But it's like, if you support laws to stop people from doing mass stealings, then you would just say that, right? You would just say like, "Yes, I supported that." She's like, no answer on it.
Really? Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man, because I feel like for politicians that are supposed to deliver on policies, they do an awful lot of talking around, like beating around the bush, right? Like they talk in circles. Like so, and Kamala, I think was like that's like her biggest issue of why she wouldn't she would go do SNL for a couple minutes, but she wouldn't go do Rogan. You know what I mean? For a 3-hour long format, like segment. You know what I mean? So, and not only that,
or a creepy laugh for 3 hours.
no doubt. But at the very least, you do the show if you really think that you can hang instead of having these like just soundbite arguments, like you're talking in a loop for 20 minutes, you know. And when she wanted, like her requirements to go on the Rogan show was like he had to fly to her, and he only got 45 minutes. What do you get out? Yeah, dead ass.
First of all, Joe Rogan is bigger than any of us.
Anybody.
Anyone in the world right now. So, like, for you to think you have any leverage to make demands over his show, like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, he said it in that Elon interview. He was like, I considered it. But he's like, I was like, it doesn't make sense. 45 minutes and I got to fly to you. Like, that's kind of a waste of time.
No wonder he endorsed Trump.
I know. I just saw that today.
I was shocked.
I'm surprised he made an actual endorsement as well.
That's the biggest shock, though, I think.
That Rogan did?
Yeah. I think he's ever...
that he usually stays chill, but he talked to all the major players for 3 hours, bro. Like, he knows the whole game, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Only one that he didn't talk to was Kamala. Oh, yeah, Elon Musk in there, JD Vance, like any and everybody that was willing to talk to him. And like, he got mad. He downloaded mad direct information. You know what I mean? Like, and he endorsed him after the meeting with Elon, after the episode with Elon.
Yeah.
Elon's like, "Oh, this is our last election. Like, they're gonna make everybody legal that's here, and then they'll never be able to win like a Michigan or Wisconsin, or it'll just be one party." He's like, "It'll be like California."
Yeah, wow.
Like, that shit was dark. That
shit was dystopian, bro. That's like dystopian shit.
Yeah.
Banana Republic shit.
I'd say I'd move to Canada, but I can't afford that shit right now.
All right.
Just chill in the wilderness, bro.
Yeah.
The Adirondacks, but
you definitely can outrun a bear.
little fucking hobbit home.
That would be dope, though. That
Yo,
would be dope.
that life would be amazing,
That's what I'm
Just
saying. Fucking
just
Native
chill.
Americans did it. Let's
We
do
pick
it.
Go
Yeah.
pick berries on Tuesday morning. Like, yeah, we go get some berries.
Yeah,
Mushrooms.
they listen. They make it hard even for people to jump up off the grid. You know what I mean? Like it's even harder these days to live off the land than it is, you know, to
Bro,
live a
So,
full life.
they murdered Peanut the squirrel, bro.
Oh my god, I know, dude.
Rest
alright.
in peace, Peanut, and Fred too, the
And
raccoon.
Fred, bro, and
Fred
Fred.
too. Yeah.
What
Listen,
happened?
you didn't hear about this, John?
Come on,
So
bro. This
I've
is
been working like a lot, and
All
I've
right,
seen the memes, but I
it's all
haven't
good.
seen
We
the
got you,
listen.
bro.
Check
We
it
got
out, right? There was this Peanut the squirrel, right? And he had like 650,000 followers on TikTok, right? And essentially, he was with a dude that owned an animal rescue, right? He
Okay.
was in the process of getting like proper paperwork for the squirrel. He rescues a squirrel, bro. He tries to let it go. The thing comes back and is like his fucking best friend. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
that's cute.
right. Cool ass videos, bro. Somebody reports him and says that like the animals look like they were rabid. So
No.
so DEC, bro, runs up in his house, destroys his fucking house, looking for the squirrel, looking for the raccoon. They take both animals, bro, and euthanize them. Just
For
like,
what?
it's because they want to test for rabies. Yep. So, really, you might see the face of the revolution might be Peanut the squirrel, bro, because the world
Peanut
has
the
been on
squirrel.
fire over this squirrel.
Peanut, yeah. Yeah, it
I
was New York DEC.
when I
Yeah.
first saw the memes, I initially thought it was like rehashing the acorn incident.
No.
Uh,
Yeah,
they murdered
they
murdered
murked him.
Peanut, bro.
Where was this in New York?
This was in
Uh,
Elmira County. It was like
West
Chemung.
Park.
Yeah.
West Southern.
Yes, sir.
Global phenomenon, bro. Whole world's mad, bro.
Yeah,
Yo,
just had
they got him with Harambe, bro.
Can New
right.
York not
He's
piss people
instantly,
off for like a year?
Dicks out for Harambe. Nuts
yo,
out for Peanut.
yo, Ed, can you share that screen? Got a video.
So I can't. I don't know if I can share anything on the phone one. Let me see here because think I think you might have to do it if you can go down. Do you have a present
I can
Yeah,
button
push it
down?
up.
yeah, I have a present.
Because if you go to present, you should be able to like open a new tab in your browser
Yeah,
and share your screen. You drinking, Johnny? What is that? Was that you just?
sipping on, bro.
Get some amaretto with me.
Okay, nice for election night.
Yeah, I don't have any much else right now. I
Yeah,
prefer a bourbon or scotch, but I mean this stuff tastes
Mhm.
right.
That sounds good.
yeah. See, I can't. I would throw right up and be drunk. One
Listen, I'm a
shot,
real Irishman. I'll down that whole bottle and be fine for the rest of the night.
bro. Listen, I used to drink when I was younger. I would drink. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I was just always a puker and a hangover guy. So it just never appealed to me.
Do you ever fuck with Devil Springs?
So no, actually I didn't, but I was fortunate enough to have a couple dumb friends that did. And after I watched them piss themselves, yeah, I was good. Same thing with absinthe. Like somebody, like a friend of mine, drank that absinthe shit, and I was like, dude, you're dumb.
There's a reason that shit's illegal.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
like I used to down like a liter of Devil Springs like a week in college,
yeah.
and that shit's like 151 proof or something like that. I don't know. Fucking, in 2 shots and you're on your ass. It
Say
was
what's
good.
up to Megatron.
Oh fuck yeah! Like $20 a bottle, like you're getting a steal.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt. What do we got for the results, Irv? Did it let you? It's not letting you share the screen either, right?
No,
Well, he
it's
won
not
Florida,
letting.
94
You
votes.
gotta take my word for it. Let's see. Any updates? Harris 51%, Trump 47%, Pennsylvania right now. Only 35% of the vote in.
Same electoral votes.
Yeah, 99. Trump picked up, was it 99, 188?
It was
Trump.
once. It was 178 and 99.
So he gained 10 more, which it looks like he locked up West Virginia
All right, so it's 189 to 99.
to 99. Yeah, because now there's 251 delegates still up for grabs.
Wow, he's up pretty. He's up.
Where's
He's
Trump
up
at, you said?
188.
You said it's 188.
Yeah, he's at 188.
Let me fix the numbers here. Yeah, so to me, man, it's like it's kind of crazy because he got like a huge lead, but obviously none of the West Coast has fucking voted yet, right? Or like their votes
No,
on him.
no, not really, not yet. Let's
They
see.
should be coming in soon, shouldn't they?
They should be. Let's see if I can see sometimes.
Yeah, because I know on Google they had it to where they would show like what states were projected to start releasing data, but I don't know. At this point, I think some of them are coming at 10. Few of them were at 11, but none of the West Coast is going to. West Coast is going to probably be the latest.
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, if you guys can share the screen, do it. I don't. It just won't let me do it in this. It should let one of you guys. I don't know.
New York is close
This is our
too.
first live stream. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're here with Irv and Jay Murray Athletics, John Murray. Yeah, so
Let's see. We got New York going on too.
so what was New York's final votes? Does it say?
So right now with 46% in, Kamala's got 63%, 2.4 million. Trump's got 36%, 1.4 million votes.
Right.
Kirsten Gillibrand, projected winner. New York State Senate. Anybody else on here? Let's see about the Prop 1. New York State Proposal 1 expands civil rights protection. Yes, it passed.
All right, so now explain. Do you have an explanation of what Prop 1 is for anyone that may not understand?
So, Prop 1 is, they call it a Civil Rights Protection Act. They're looking to add it to the New York State Constitution. And it basically says that it's a protection for women, for minorities, for LGBTQ,
Abortion as well, I believe, right?
migrants.
Dude,
So
you guys know what Proposition 1 was in New York State?
I'm gonna pull it up now.
Yeah, because I know I don't totally understand it, because I know there's a lot of people that are for it and then there's a lot of people that are against it, but I don't think I've read it.
This is funny. So my boy Rich Cloudhammer, MMA fighter, posted on Facebook. Why is Prop 1 so confusing? I literally just said it and like shows up. It was 5 hours ago we posted this. Uh, like it will code abortion rights into state constitution and add protected groups, which is cool, but I don't like the slippery slope that can lead to the sports participation thing. Like, why is all grouped in? I can't find a firm stance on what the fuck it actually does. I hate legalese. I want to run for office just to make simple wording for us a smoothie brain vote to vote. Um, yeah, I read the proposition, right?
Mhm.
And the way they worded it directly reminded me of the civil rights law that FDR passed in the early 1940s. And then it reminded me of the civil rights law that was passed by Congress, I believe in the 70s or 80s. It's like, why am I going to vote for something that's already voted on? Like, we already have these things. Like, you're not making this proposition very clear. I don't know what I'm voting for, so I'm just going to vote no.
Right. Well, you get confused. You don't want to fucking make the bad choice, you know?
Right.
So it's a little
So
bit bad.
they have in there it's national origin. So that's illegals, right? So you're from Venezuela, you're from Ecuador, or whatever, right? Now you can't discriminate against me because of my place of origin,
You
right?
can't do
That's
it
so.
now.
Yes, but that's how they did the workaround. So now you got to leave illegals alone because it's in the New York State Constitution. You see what I mean? So that's so when you put equal rights on there, right? You're gonna think civil rights or whatever or those things, but then they're adding to it. So they added national origin, age, disability, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, pregnancy and pregnancy outcomes, as well as reproductive health care and autonomy. So that's proposition one. So yeah, pregnancy, gender identity, gender expression. How do you express your gender?
So if someone identifies as a cat, I can't discriminate.
Yes,
Oh,
correct. Correct.
Nah, fuck that.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
that now I can understand why there's the argument. You know what I mean? Why people are for it and why people are against it.
Yeah.
Um, because I didn't understand it at all, but now that's just like where that fire argument is. Like that's where like that really wild argument, and then it's like the transgender in women's sports. Like it's tough, man. You know what I mean? Because what do you do in those situations? How do you make those rules? How do you?
Well, it's curious with sports is it's an interesting thing because divisions were created for physiology, not for gender.
Right.
If you use the liberal logic in this situation and you apply like gender and sex are different, okay, let's concede that. Sure, you still have the issue of the sex and physiology. Just because you identify as a woman does not mean you're physiologically a woman.
No,
You know,
right.
so how do you like fairly compete with women when you are physiologically a male? You
Yeah.
can't.
No, you
You
can't.
know,
Bone structure, bone density, strength, shit like that, it really
one of
is
our
hard
writers,
because you see some of these women getting hurt, man, getting beat the fuck up
yeah,
in these rings or, you know. And what's
well,
what's even crazier is it would be totally dude like to like just have to go and fucking turn into a chick and take over their shit. You know what I mean? Like,
even one of our writers, I won't name who, but they wanted to do an article on women and men competitive, like the differences, because they thought it would be a lot closer, and they were wanted to prove that point. So they took a bunch of different competitions of men and women, and they compared the results. And unfortunately, they found that a lot of the men outperformed women on average.
Sure.
And that's not to say that some women can't outperform certain men, but the top performers of both sexes, not genders, top performers of both sexes were typically men. You know, like the men would typically outperform the top females, and that's nothing against the top females because what they're
No,
doing is impressive.
yeah,
You
but
know,
not only that, but they're females, right? So
well, females typically have, I think it's more slow twitch muscle. I think men have typically more fast twitch muscle. I could be misquoting this, so don't quote me on this. Um, which fast twitch muscle is typically more associated with athletic performance, from my understanding, and that's why you see these results. It's like I said, it's nothing against women. It's nothing against, it's not saying anyone sex is better than the other. It's just it's a
but
developmental
it's
bio.
biology, bro.
Yeah.
And when we get into that, it's more so about how however we were created, whether we evolved to this point. Women were the nurturers, the gatherers, you know what I mean, and shit like that. Not saying that there weren't women warriors, there weren't badass women, but physically, we all evolved to men are built for war. Men are the guys that are gonna go out there and lift up the crazy shit.
So I actually have a question for you guys. So I'm kind of curious on your opinion. I've recently been criticizing the non-binary division in the New York City Marathon, and I've gotten a lot of shit back for it.
So is that what is it? So they have a whole division that is non-binary.
So NYR, New York Roadrunners as a whole, which runs the New York City Marathon, they have created non-binary division for each and every one of their races. So, like, if you associate as non-binary, I don't know how you define that, but
Sure.
you were allowed to join that division. You're allowed to compete in that division. Someone pointed out that this is a division for people like trans athletes that separates them from male and female competitors. And I was thinking about that because personally, I would separate it with two divisions. I would do like a transitioning from female to male and transitioning from male to female because the physiological and the medicational and the hormonal balances are going to be different. But someone pointed out that this division was created for that purpose, and I was like, okay, maybe that could make some sense. That vibes a little bit, but like, what do you guys think?
Um, to me, man, it's tough because like I feel like it's a double-edged sword to me because I feel as much as these people want to be like so non-binary, we would say that like they're not. You can't put a label on them, right? Would be non-binary. Like it's not. You're not man. You're not woman. You're not anything for that matter.
From my understanding, yes.
All right. So to me, I feel like it's honestly up to them in a sense. Like, how do they classify? Did they create this division?
I don't know. I assume a committee did it.
Right, but are there like participants? Are there like people that are like, okay, yo, I'm running in this division?
Oh yeah, they had some I think it was a drag queen or someone. Let me see.
So like, I mean, if people are signing up for it, like, yo, and
Let
it's
them
not
run.
like, and it's not like a segregation thing.
No.
Right, then so run it. I think if they want to have that division, I think it really separates them in their own classes, their own divisions, their own, I mean, that's their own sport, bro. And I feel like that's kind of how it should be in a
Um,
lot of transgender situations
in general.
in general. You know what I mean? Because you're, if anything, you're now a hybrid human being. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just
No,
saying
no, 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 no.
with a
I'm
man.
a hybrid, not in that way. Human alien.
No, but I'm just saying. So if you're a dude or a chick that's been taking tons of testosterone, or if you're a dude that's taking mad estrogen, you know what I mean? You present a new class of person.
That's fair.
Oh
You dig
yeah,
what I'm
because you're
saying?
transitioning. You're in between.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean?
You're
So it's
yeah,
like,
you're. I get
and
it.
do and now you have different stages. Does everybody transition fully?
No.
Do you
You know,
do
so
you do you think? Because like, there's a lot of like laws out there where if your kid wants to get a transition, like we don't have to tell the parents, type of deal.
oh my
Do you
god,
guys
dude.
believe that is?
No, because you can fucking groom a child. Fucking people groom children all the fucking time. Children are so impressionable, it's not even funny. You should not be transitioning children.
I
And
also agree
I
that
understand late transitions can cause issues, but like you should not be transitioning children just because their mind is not like they don't understand the world.
Yes.
yeah, I listen, we're kids aren't allowed to drink till a certain age, aren't allowed to be considered an adult till a certain age. And I'll tell you now, man, I just can say it for myself. I didn't feel like shit was clicking for me until I hit my 30s, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Shit still ain't clicking for me, man.
yeah, it. You just get a better understanding, you know what I mean, of how to act and how to be as a person and as a human being. You know what I mean? Because
Facts.
especially as us, as young males always have that aggression and have that, you know, that go for it type mentality. So, and but in the case of like transitioning, I believe there's a story going around right now, and I don't know how true it is, but there's a parent right now that was like imprisoned in Canada because they like the school started to transition their kid. You know what I mean? And then he was like, "No, let's push it off. You know, let's." I'm not saying no, but let's just wait another year. You know what I mean? Get some more thought to it. And the kid was real young, and they did it anyway. Locked the dude up.
Well, they're trying to move it into the abuse class, and like as someone who grew up in an actual physically abusive situation, like I can't vibe with that. Like to me, it feels like body dysmorphia. A lot of I'm not knocking transgenderism. It may be a very legit thing for all I know, but from my
Mhm.
perspective, it just seems like body dysmorphia on like colossal scale.
Right.
Um. Yeah, man. It's, I don't know. It's the merging of the two societies, multiple societies. They wanna. I don't know. Like my son was in pre-K, and his teacher was trans. She was transitioning to a boy or a man, and it was crazy to have that conversation because he's like it was his favorite teacher, but he's like he went through this phase like, Dad, I want to be a girl, and I'm like, Nah, bro, you're a boy. You know what I mean? Like to that side of those people, they think like I'm being a monster by telling my son that. They think I should encourage him to. You know what I mean? Like you should encourage that. Oh, you want to be a girl, son? Oh, let me get you a dress then. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not that. I just was like, nah, I'm gonna stare. Get my kid and stare him in the way what it is. He has his parts, but like to have that discussion and have him asking those questions so early, it's good. We get it out the way, but still, like it's pre-K and all of the kids are experienced, and kids
Well, no,
asked all the time.
this is a part of the growth process, or you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And a lot of that is again, you're influenced by the people around you, like the teachers, you know, whoever.
Mhm.
And it's natural to have those thoughts. It's natural to have those things. But at the same time, when you nurture something, like, a thing that kind of bothers me is a lot of people don't talk about the detransitioners. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yes.
The people that really, like, didn't weren't comfortable in the transition after it happened and went back. You know,
Or the
and
people who regretted it, like, who, you lose sexual satisfaction, you lose so many, the suicides that occur after transition because of the false promises, all these things. And it's like, not to say that some people aren't feeling rewarded afterwards, but it's one of those situations where I think you should enter cautiously and not like headlong, like, let's jump into this.
yeah, and that's the problem though, is that there's such a stigma around it that, like, because listen, when we were growing up, there was all kinds of people that were trans or they did the drag, or you know what I mean, but it just wasn't overly like they weren't. It was. I can't remember going to school and that being the topic in my classroom. You know
I
what I
remember
mean?
one cross dresser in Scotia, and they were kind of like infamous, like famous. Like, if you mentioned this person, everyone knew who you were talking about, but no one knew their name.
Sure.
Um, and you'd see them every so often. I haven't seen them in a while, but this individual, like, I guess, was related to one of my friends, and I found out a bit more about him. But yeah, like, back in the day, no one knew this shit. Like, no one talked about it. Just this kind of existed, and you just kind of let it go. And now it's like right in everyone's face.
Everywhere. Right. How are we looking on the votes there, Irv?
We are. Let's see here. Yeah.
You might have to wipe your screen. Is it just me, or is it your camera a little blurry?
I think, yeah, my camera's
Oh yeah, he's
definitely
blurry as
blurry.
fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
It's facial recognition.
Uh,
No, I've been blurry this whole time, guys. What the fuck, guys?
well, that's why I was just like paying it. I was like, what the fuck is up with his screen?
So the next polls close in 45 minutes.
Okay.
198 to 109. 198 Trump, 109 Harris, 270 to win it.
Jeez.
Trump's got Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Texas, Nebraska. Damn, he's winning those states, running it up.
So now what do
Kamala
we look?
Harris wins Colorado. That's
All right. So what are we
what's
looking
that?
at? What are we looking at for swing states? Now, why is it considered a swing
So
state?
we got Pennsylvania, which is
Pennsylvania went to Harris,
Pennsylvania.
didn't it?
Oh no,
She
no,
didn't get
it's
Pence.
actually shaded Republican right now.
Oh
Really?
shit!
Oh, Donald Trump. Donald Trump was down 10 points. Now he's up 50 to
Ooh.
48.
See what I was saying?
1.78 million votes to 1.71 million votes,
That's what I
50%.
was saying.
But yeah, that's a nice comeback. Right now, it's trending Republican, but there's 50% still left to be counted. They said they put out a poll that Harris was winning in Iowa, which was crazy.
Did Ted Cruz
But
lose?
Trump's up. Did
Oh
he?
no, he's winning.
Is he winning? That would be.
Yeah,
He's a bitch.
he's got 54% against his component Al Red, 44.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
Democrats really thought that they could win that seat down there.
You ain't gonna beat Ted Cruz. I'm surprised he didn't win the election, the one he ran.
Ted's funny, bro. Trump
If
killed
Ted,
him.
if Ted,
Bro.
I feel like if Ted ran against anyone but Trump, he would have won.
Yeah, he would have won. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's just too big of a machine.
Nah, man,
You know.
he's been doing this shit his whole life, bro.
I would have considered voting for Teddy.
Only politician I ever was like really like, yo, this is my guy was Ron Paul, bro.
Yo, Ron Paul was
That's
everyone's dude, though.
Ron.
Yeah.
I just love the dude. He just told the truth, no hoopla, no nothing. He still tells the truth. He's still out there. I'm talking
Didn't
about him
they just scoop
dead.
him up though? Didn't
Yeah,
they just scooped homeboy up? The
yeah,
Trump
What do you,
administration.
what do you mean
yeah.
they scooped him up? Like they brought
So
him off the
so no,
hospital?
Elon hit him on Twitter, bro, and was like, "Yo, what about making Ron Paul a part of this government efficiency program?" And he can be, he's going to help me run this bit like the government efficiency program. And then they were posting memes, bro, about like, it was like, what do you do here? How much do you get paid? Because you're fired. Like, yeah.
I feel like Ron would take nothing though and be happy about it.
Well, for sure. Yeah. I think so you have to understand, like, one thing I think Trump did good for himself was he allied himself with the likes of RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, Vivek, Ron Paul, like all of these people, because like these are all of the charlatans that Washington wouldn't let in,
Yeah,
and now it's like, oh shit, each one has its base, like its little cult following.
you kind of absorb them and you make your big one.
Yeah.
Yes, that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, it's definitely smart, and it's like almost like those people that were like almost radicalized against Washington. So they end up getting these
Pretty
followers
sure.
that are like,
I'm
go
sorry
ahead.
to interrupt you. I'm pretty sure Ted Cruz just what's the word I'm looking for? It bashed what is it? What's his fucking name? The one who Schumer. When
Schumer,
he, yeah,
Chucky?
Chuck.
he's going after Schumer in New York.
Yeah, I thought that was, I'm pretty. I have my
In
headphones on.
Georgia,
I heard it in the
from polling
background. I'm
there,
pretty sure he just
51.8% of the vote.
That's some audio.
That was me.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting to see which fan base do you guys think cries harder. Do you think MAGA cries harder or Harris Walls cries harder?
I
Mm,
got people saying that the Trump fan base is gonna riot. I don't think they're the ones.
Um, to be
no,
honest, bro, I don't think they're the ones either, but I think you can radicalize anyone.
you could get
Oh,
it pumped up. You could get it
for sure.
jumping.
And
You could get
especially
some
with
Trump
like agent provocateurs and shit like that, bro.
Yeah, most
That's
definitely.
that's the part I worry about is like the FBI sending people in and being like, "Oh, yo, set this building on fire." You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think it'd be the FBI. I think it'd be the CIA coming in and doing that shit.
bro, the FBI did it during Occupy Wall Street.
They
Oh, did
did.
they?
Yeah, bro. Like they did it there, and they did it. What was it? The
Summer of
other?
Rage. Summer of Rage. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
They
Okay.
had them out there.
and like literal dudes that were working for the FBI. Like, oh, okay, now we're just gonna put these masks on, bro, and we're gonna. This is what we're
Oh,
gonna do.
January 6th, too.
I feel
Yep.
old because I'm still on Waco.
What's that?
Waco, man.
I said I feel old because I'm still on Waco.
Oh, listen, man, Waco. We got to do a whole episode on Waco, man, because Waco, there's
Cop
so
shot
many.
first.
Oh, dude, no question, the FBI shot first.
Cop shot first. It's undisputed. It's not even a question.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Not only that, but they most likely started the fires as well. So it's like
Yeah, they put the canisters in.
they
Torch.
escalated that situation way more than it had to happen.
Yeah,
Um,
they weren't gonna be. So the fucking Waco people came out with their guns. There was a standoff, and they weren't gonna have that. They were gonna like fuck you. We got
bro,
more guns than you. We're gonna show you.
David Koresh was leaving the compound every single day to go into town. Not once did the FBI stop him, say, "Hey, get over here." No, they seized that they wanted that shit removed, bro. Like they wanted it knocked down. Bang. They wanted to make a statement with Waco. You know?
And, like, that's not to say I agree with the people at Waco, but, like, you gotta absolutely disagree with the way it was handled.
Oh yeah. No question. Absolutely. No, they were a weirdo cult. Don't get it fucked up. They were a weirdo cult, dude. But you still, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You know. But
David
you,
Koresh.
Wrongs don't make a right.
yeah. But the problem is they don't learn from their mistakes. So like, what ends up happening is then you get the Ruby Ridge shit. You
Right.
know, and it's an escalation. It's an evolution of a behavior. You know,
You get away
and
with it once, you're gonna do it again.
yeah, you know, and then look at and then you get up to like shit like the Hunter Biden laptop thing, dude.
Yo,
What
whatever
happened?
happened with that?
Nothing happened with it. They buried it. They buried that shit. There was like literally, I think he ended up getting some. He got what did he get? Or he got convicted of like the gun charge or some shit, right?
I don't even
Taxes.
know. I don't
Yeah.
even know.
So he had a tax case against him, but he also had a gun case because he lied on his application that he wasn't high on drugs, and he was in fact very high on crack. Uh, so,
In fact.
uh, but he ended up going to what's it there for the taxes and shit. They ended up hitting him with some bullshit tax sentence, and then they
Still
basically
out
buried
though.
it. Yeah, of course. Daddy's president, bro. He'll catch a pardon before he leaves.
Well, what's
Watch.
amazing about that whole situation is everyone was angry at Trump for the whole conversation between him and Zelensky at the time. I think it was Zelensky. I know it was like a Ukrainian president or an AG or something, the
Sure.
equivalent of that. And like everyone was like, it's election tampering. It's election tampering. No, if there's a criminal offense and there's a valid reason for diplomacy between these two countries to trade information, this seems like a valid concern. And it turned
Yeah.
out to be very valid. And that
Yeah.
was what the whole impeachment was started over, wasn't it? Like the first impeachment, they did it over this whole Ukraine situation, and it turned out like,
I think it was
oh,
the Russia. It was the Russia hoax, wasn't it?
well, yeah, they blamed Russia and they blamed a whole bunch of other things. But like anyone who's paying attention knows that like both China and Russia and even the US and any other country with any influence is trying to influence other people's elections through media and ads and disinformation campaigns. It's just a logical progression of the national survival strategy, you
Yeah.
know?
So
Yeah,
with that Russia, the Russia hoax. So several bomb threats called into Georgia polling places. We've heard some threats that were of Russian origin. So they're saying Russians called in bomb threats to Georgia's polls. It's like it never ends with this Russia shit, dude. It's
So
like,
wait, they're saying Russia called in bomb threats?
yeah, they're saying it was Russians who called in these bomb threats. They weren't found. There was no bombs there or anything, but it messed up. It closed down a couple polling places, but they're back on track.
No way. Dude, you know what's crazy is like speaking of the bomb shit, like the DEC sent all of its employees home Monday because of the bomb threats about Peanut the squirrel.
Oh yeah, people
Those were
Yeah,
warranted.
people were
yeah,
very upset about Peanut.
yeah, bro. But yeah, it's either way. Um, That's do you think that's actually like Russian subversion, or do you think this is like, because don't get it twisted, there are those people in each party that would do shit like that.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna put that over either
Fuck, yo,
base.
cousin Bubba called that shit in. Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, you could route your IP anywhere. It's comical though, but the Russia shit never stops.
Well, yeah, because they need that bully, bro. They need that
Nobody wants.
boogeyman over there.
Nobody wants nuclear war, man. Let's knock it off.
Yeah. No, I fully agree, man. The problem is though, is just, we don't have someone that the world views as strong right now. So
We don't
essentially,
have strong men. We have fake men. That's why.
yeah, oh yeah, no doubt.
Mhm.
Yeah. But this is why countries like Russia are doing what they're doing. Or, a lot of people don't talk about what China's doing to Taiwan, with the flyovers and the crazy shit and like basically
They
the
don't want to talk
posturing.
about Taiwan. You bring up Taiwan and you bring up anything to do with China and disconnecting from China, and people have a fucking heart attack. Um, I remember talking about this seriously. I was like, yo, they have a fucking ongoing genocide against the Uyghurs, and no one wants to address this. The Olympics
Yeah,
don't want to address it. They allowed them to host 2 times despite knowing full well that, like, there's an illegal. Oh, what's going on here with my computer? All right.
there. Nah, you're
Yeah,
good.
I'm here. Did I lag out?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay, I
got
thought I lagged out. My computer got all glitchy. Yeah, the people don't want to talk about the Uyghur situation and the ongoing genocide with this Muslim population in China. Like the fact that they're being used for slave labor, the fact that they're being raped,
Imprisoned. Yeah.
murdered. It's it's horrific. And then the fact that we continue to allow, I'm guilty of this too. Where some of my manufacturing for my company comes from China, and if I could afford to avoid it, I would. Unfortunately, I can't right now. Um, but like the whole China situation, if we disconnected tomorrow and I couldn't manufacture in China, I'd be perfectly okay with the situation, because like it's an unfortunate reality that like China's doing some really messed up shit over there right now. And at the end of the day, like if we're going to move forward as a country, we need to kind of disconnect from that and reestablish our own manufacturing in the United States.
Oh, no question. Absolutely. And I think a lot of that infrastructure has been sold out of the country. A lot of jobs have left. And I honestly, not by at least any terms of metric or statistic, but I can't tell if it was like since Biden's been in office, or like whatever. But at the same time, it's like we are, bro, we are so heavily reliant on Chinese products in this country, you
That
know?
goes back to Nixon, doesn't it? Like all the way back to the whole like let's open up trade with with China, and that I'm pretty sure that started under Nixon or Johnson or one of those two.
Yeah, see, I'd have to Google it. I don't have it in front of me, but yeah, I mean, I don't think trade is bad, but I think honest trade is good. So it's like how do you get the problem is we're limited to the information that they give us. So unfortunately, it's like we'll never really know what the relationship is like with China. You know what I mean?
We know
Uh,
what it's like. We know absolutely what it's like.
it's
We we we
posturing.
we send them money. They steal our products. They steal our concepts. They steal our blueprints. They steal our ideas, and then they manufacture them as their own. I mean, look at the what is it? The fighter jets they just produced. They look exactly like one of our F series. I don't know if it's the F-16 or something to that effect, but like they're carbon copies minus like the actual quality.
Sure, sure. And it's wild because they're so advanced in like other areas of technology.
Who?
Like China.
No,
You don't
no,
think so? You don't think so?
no.
In like
They're trash.
fucking like
China's
well,
trash.
no, you're probably right though, because isn't like Taiwan where all the chips and shit
Yeah.
come from?
Yeah, they claim Taiwan, but Taiwan doesn't claim them. So like the chips that they're
Yeah,
manufacturing are not theirs. They're just like, hey, we make the chips. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You're trash. You
yeah,
steal everyone's ideas. You steal Europe's ideas. You steal America's ideas. You fucking walk over the Middle East. You walk over Saudi or not Saudi Arabia, South
Africa.
America. It's like you give no and Africa too. Like
Yeah.
you give no fucks to anyone else, and you manipulate them, and you put that like everyone gives France shit for putting Haiti in the situation they're in with the financial debt and all that. Meanwhile, China's actively doing that to Africa and the rest of the world, and no one gives a fuck with the Belt and Road Initiative, or whatever the fuck they call it. Honestly,
Yeah.
the 100%, like I have no love for China.
Oh, listen, I'm not saying you should have any love for China. I'm just saying their whole game is to undermine anything we can do. You know what I mean? But
Absolutely.
I feel as though a lot of the information that we're given is still tainted because it's lopsided in a sense. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, but you're right. They want to undermine us any way they can. It's a posturing in the world, and it's but at the hands of a weak president, though. You know what I mean? This guy is off the reservation. You know, Biden. I'm just saying,
He couldn't afford to live on the reservation.
right?
Nah.
But the rest of the world says, "Yo, like this guy, he's not gonna move. He's not gonna act. Yo, we're gonna run up in Ukraine. Yo, we're gonna run up on Taiwan. We're gonna have yo, the Middle East is on fire. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's it's funny you mentioned the Middle East. You ever watch Bald and Bankrupt?
I have not.
I haven't
He's
seen
a
that.
decent YouTuber, British guy. Went to Afghanistan after the American pullout. I mean,
America doesn't pull out, dude. Nah, just
That was good. That was good.
come on, stop it. Nothing
Just
pulls out around here but your couch.
Oh shit.
No, but go
you
ahead.
take that comedy
Yeah,
on tour?
kidding. But go ahead. Around you, but when they pull,
No, you're not.
I was gonna say like Afghanistan does. I mean, aside from the sexism and the obvious like religious like bigotry, like doesn't seem that bad. Just saying, like everyone like it's the
You
same shit
try
when they
living
hype up
there.
like the situation in what's it fucking New York with the migrants. It's like I went down there when like they were telling me like it's like the 70s and the 80s and shit. It's like it's not that fucking bad. You need to stop saying that. It's fucked up.
where's that? Down in New York City?
Oh yeah.
So I've been to New York City recently twice, and for Comic Con, and then for the kid's birthday. And I, to be honest, I couldn't tell who the fuck was a migrant, bro, and I wasn't really like giving a fuck like that. I look at New York City like culture and diversity, but it's like I could, you couldn't tell me which one was fucking illegally there.
No,
You know what I mean?
most people mind your fucking business. You keep your fucking head down like you're supposed to.
Yeah, yeah, especially down there.
Facts.
You know.
I'm sure Peterson got attacked. The governor, the former governor of New York State. I'm honestly sure he got attacked just because he's the former fucking governor, and someone probably picked him out of the fucking crowd and knew who he was.
Who's this?
You didn't hear about this?
Oh, where'd you go, Irv?
Come
We
back,
lost
Herb.
him. I know, right? Where'd he go?
Am I there?
Your screen's off.
Was it? Hold on. Oh, I got you.
He broke it.
You're on
Yeah.
blurry as shit.
Nah,
I don't know what's going on with that. Might need a little wipe.
I didn't follow the incident very much, but apparently the former governor, the blind one, he got attacked in New York City by one of the migrants. I guess he was
He was a
a
dude before Cuomo, right?
David.
Yeah, I think
Stop
so.
it. Yeah, he was the dude before Cuomo, and he got ran out of there.
Yep. But
For like, what did he get? What did he get ran out of there for, Irv? What's his name? Shit, what the fuck is his name?
Patterson.
Dave
Patterson.
Patterson. Yeah, there we go.
I always ask people, how the hell did he sign bills when he can't read them?
I know, right? Somebody's got to tell him.
Somebody was reading it to him.
I mean, you can put it in Braille.
You
I
can
mean, that would
change
be
it though.
legit. Put it in Braille would be legit, but like to have someone read it to you, I feel like would almost be disingenuous.
Well,
They
yeah, because
really,
you don't know what
Why
it
do
is.
it?
they really attacked him.
Yeah.
Yo, they were,
Man's blind. It's
I didn't
fucked
even
up.
know that they attacked a blind person. He said they started it.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh, come on,
What do
man.
you think the odds are that they knew who he was, though?
I mean,
Oh,
how
like
do you
shake
be
him
in New
down.
York and not know who he is?
You got it.
Just because, bro, I'm just
Unless you
saying,
got
like,
off the bus.
there's like a lot of people down there that, like, if you look at them, they're really business orientated, like to the nines. So it's like, to me, if he's in a suit, blind dude with a cane, he's a target, bro.
Yeah, but how you gonna tell me this motherfucker didn't have security?
Oh, he
He
should,
should
very.
have. He should have.
But is
But
he living like that after being disgraced out of fucking the governor's office?
you see what he do.
I don't know. I feel like they all have security after the governorship, kind of like the
He
president.
should
I
have
might be
state
wrong.
police.
Yeah, run that, Irv. See, what did he get kicked out of office for?
So he was after Spitzer, after in wake of the prostitution scandal, and
Tell me
it's gonna
Patterson had
be
a prostitute. Tell
the
me.
empty state budget cuts. So I don't know.
No,
Let's see.
Spitzer was getting it in. He was like, what, client number 9 or some shit?
Yeah, him and Sheldon Silver there.
Yeah.
Oh, soliciting improper gifts and making false statements. He was eventually fined in excess of 62,000 for accepting.
Making false statements that every
He,
single fucking politician ever.
now I can't make false statements.
I know,
He
right?
he accepted free New York Yankee tickets.
Oh.
That's easy. That's not even.
That's not that big of a deal. But, like, I
And
mean, it's
Of
a
all the
bribe. A
things.
bribe's a bribe is a bribe.
come on, Dave. You can't even see the damn game.
A bribe. I mean, they
You can't
got
even,
him. They
yeah.
got him.
Yo, I got tickets to Yankee games.
He says
You
you
won't
Yeah,
believe it.
yo,
see the
it's better
fucking
than
game.
it's better than Mayor Eric Adams, bro. Homeboy was catching them first class flights.
Oh, that
He's
fucking
going to Turkey,
motherfucker.
bro. He was going to
Fucking pig
Turkey.
ass motherfucker.
Yeah, bro. Insane.
Nah,
Just
we
like a
talking.
cop to be a criminal.
What'd you say, John?
Oh yeah. He's
Just like
tough.
a cop
Oh,
to be a criminal.
Yeah.
Thinks he's
Wow.
yeah.
above the law.
Yeah. Oh, Eric Adams.
Yeah. He's like of all the politicians to commit a crime, it has to be the former chief of commissioner or chief of police or whatever the fuck he was at the time.
Yeah.
Law and order.
But that's the thing is they think they get into these positions, man, and they can maneuver through them. You know what I mean? Like through those loopholes.
There.
Yeah, but
And
remember,
you can't take fucking flights and lavish vacations on the Turkish fucking government. and then force through permits that you know what I mean?
and then
For
accuse the
builders.
president of
Yeah.
collusion with Russia
Yeah.
while you're
Yeah.
taking those same freaking donations from foreign adversaries.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
insane, bro.
I don't know
Now
how we
Joe
consider
Biden
Turkey an ally.
took all that money from Ukraine and China.
The
His
problem
family.
Yeah, the problem is though, bro, is like countries like Turkey are like the little ones that we scoop up. Like get in, it's like just get on the boat, man.
Get on the boat.
Turkey's not a joke though. Like Turkey's
No,
one of the NATO.
I'm not saying they're a joke. I'm just saying they're like one of those ones. Like, all right, come on, you know. They're like kind of like more moderate to hip to the Western culture type shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Turkey's a weird one because they're like one of the more successful Muslim countries. They're almost like they're not a superpower, obviously, but like they're just below it where they could be next. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
It
Yeah.
could be.
Like I could see them developing nuclear powers in the next few years.
If we let them.
That's fair.
If we let them,
That's
where do you guys think this nuclear shit goes with Russia?
nowhere.
Nowhere, right? I think so too, man. I think it's too big of a decision to make. You know what I mean? Like that's just you're basically the whole world.
Putin likes his power too much. He's not gonna risk it by fucking getting himself bombed. Like,
Yeah,
even if he
for
has a
sure.
fucking bunker, what good is ruling a wasteland from a bunker?
Yeah, for real. Well, I think a lot of the world acknowledges that, and it's good because that's like the most. That's gonna be devastating, bro. World War III, as long as we can keep the nukes out of it, should be moderate. You know what I mean?
It'll be a lot of indirect warfare. I think with the way drones work. You have just a lot of indirect conflict.
Well, that's kind of what's going on now. Is just like where there's a lot of proxy wars going on. And I don't want to call the proxy wars being us funding both sides of these conflicts. You know what I mean? Yeah, we ain't funding Russia, but we are funding, the Palestinians and then, or not, excuse me, not the Palestinians, but our weapons and shit. Everything else is getting into the hands of Hamas, Hezbollah, fucking everything else. And then
But
we're,
that's just because of the pullout,
yeah,
which we don't do.
which we don't do. We left the goods behind though. So it's like that's the crazy part is now we're being fought with our own weapons and we're funding Israel, and now it's like we're just spending, and then Ukraine, can I borrow another 60 billion? Like
Honestly, I mean, my honest opinion, we should just send the troops in. Fuck them up.
nah, I can't
To
do it.
where? To
Why not?
Ukraine?
Why not?
Nah,
I
no
don't like
way.
it, man. I don't like it because again, I feel like it's weird for me that whole thing with the like protecting the younger democracies. Like, I get it, I really do, but are we warmongers with a
No,
military industrial
we didn't
complex?
start this. We didn't.
What?
We didn't start. We didn't start Israel. We didn't start Ukraine. We have I feel like we have a duty almost to protect our allies, like our friends. Like if you got attacked, right? And I'm watching.
How would you say Israel is faring right now in this war? Do you think they're losing?
No,
So what do we need to do?
Let- listen. Let's put it this way. Like I said, if you're getting like, let's say you're in a fight, right? You're in the street. You're in
Sure.
a fight.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there watching. You
Cool.
know, I know how to fight. I'm
Yeah.
probably a little bit better at fighting than you are. Like, no offense.
Well, you train.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm jumping in.
See, I
I'm
probably
ju-
wouldn't.
Listen, I'm jumping in because you're fam. You take care of me. I take care of you.
Yeah, but
Like,
nobody wants a gang assault.
who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares if the fucking fight? And it ain't fair on the street, man. Listen, and shit
Fair in
not
these
fair in the
streets.
world.
No, but we have a standard to set, John. You know what I mean? And that's the thing is, it's like, again, do we just go put boots on necks and like look at what's happening to the Palestinians, man, that aren't involved with Hamas or ain't involved with
They're all
Hezbollah.
involved. They're all involved. Like
Bro, you can't say that about a whole
I
race
can
of
though.
people.
I can though because
That's like
you
saying
let
all
them build
Americans are
tunnels. You
warmongers.
build tunnels under your homes, your hospitals, your schools.
John, think about it like this, though, real quick, right? So think about generations and generations of murder. You killed my dad, you killed my brother, you killed my uncle, you killed my mom, you killed my aunt, you killed my kids, right?
Okay,
You
well,
radicalize a people, like you radicalize people.
who started what though? Because that's the question. And a lot of people like to go back to the British thing, right? But let's go a bit back further. Let's go further. Who At what point in the Palestinian people's culture did they not start conflict with someone? These
So
people, these people as a whole have actively created conflict with everyone, going back to the Assyrians who controlled that region. Like, there's never been a moment in time where these people have not caused chaos in that region.
has
And
there
that's
ever
not,
been a time that they weren't controlled?
yeah.
Mm.
They
This is
were
what I'm saying, though.
relocated.
Is it's like
They
it
were
sounds like
relocated by the Romans to
it
that
sounds like a
region.
revolution to me, bro.
Well,
Mm.
they were located or relocated to that region by the Romans to I don't know if it was to push out the Jews or whatever, but like that whole situation. First of all, that land is the Hebrew people's holy land, the Jerusalem.
They both claim it as the Holy Land, don't they?
Yeah, but
I'm pretty
They
sure
do.
Temple Mount is there, right?
Islam came hundreds of years after Christianity. Christianity came hundreds of years after Judaism. They have a cultural right to that land. Like, you keep claiming, like people keep claiming that like Palestinians have a cultural right to that land, but the Hebrews were there long before any Palestinians were, and
I
then they
think
were
they
forced out.
both they
They were
both
right,
you know, they shared that land, you know, like we
right.
take over, you hold it down 50 years, we come back, we take that shit back, you guys hold it down 100 years, like, so it was like a revolving door to all these years at
It's
least.
a
Right.
complicated history
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
It's a super complicated
But if
history.
you look at Islam as a whole, Islam likes to take things from Judaism and Christianity and then claim it as its own. Mecca, the whole Mecca thing was Hebrew to begin with. The Constantinople, which turned into Istanbul, Christianity. All these Meccas of Islam are all Meccas of Christianity and Hebrewism that
But
were
they all come
taken from
off.
them through conquest or violence or all these things that the Palestinian people are claiming are going against them now. It's okay for them to do to these people, but it's not okay for them to do back.
Well, I
That's
think
not that's not genocide. What that is just it's a back and forth of religious ideology, and it's not genocide like they're claiming. It's not as straightforward or black and
Well,
white.
I think if you're not doing enough to defend civilians, because let's be real here, there are civilians in this
Oh, for
fucking
sure,
fight. You
for
know what I
sure.
mean? And if there are civilians being killed endlessly, you know what I mean? That is genocide.
Well,
So,
no. Genocide is a systematic and targeted attack on a specific ethnic or national identity or what have you.
but
It's
if you claim
Sounds
every
about right.
Palestinian, you just told me, John, that every Palestinian was a fuck that they deserved it.
I didn't say they deserved it. I said they
Uh,
were participant in the situation.
Okay, so right,
You have
so
a
every
if,
single Palestinian is Hamas or Hezbollah, which
no,
means
no, 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 no,
that
no,
they
no,
are a target to eradication.
no, 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 no.
John,
I'm
you did say
saying,
that
I'm saying
100%.
you, I'm saying you are complicit in the situation. If if I go out and I say, let's say we the Americans go out and they start exterminating. Let's pick an arbitrary group of people, the French, all right,
Sure.
and we invade France and we start literally lining them up and we start putting them in camps and we start killing them off because we don't like French people. That's a genocide. Retaliating to an attack on your people with bombs and soldiers, invasion, what have you, is not a genocide. That's a
Uh,
retaliation. It's a war. And people, civilians will always be a conflict or a casualty of war. And it's an unfortunate reality of war.
there's
And
going to be casualties, no question. But again,
I'm not
when
saying it's justified.
yeah, right, right. When there are conflicts like this, there are humanitarian laws. You know
Oh,
what I
for sure.
mean? That are
Yeah,
like, yo, look, get the fucking civilians out of there. You
but
know what I mean? And I'm
but
just having
for
a
that,
hard time understanding how Israel can pull off the most massive assassination attempts and they can't tell who the fuck is who on the ground. You know what I mean?
I don't think it comes down to them not being able to tell. I honestly think they don't care,
That's
and
what
I
I
kinda
mean. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right.
understand that though, because in war, you have a choice to make. Like, you could kill, like, the head of the group, right? But you might take out a few civilians at the same time. Or you could choose to do nothing, and if you do nothing, you risk your own people. It really comes down to an us or them mentality, and I think when you're Israel, you have 5 different nations around you at any given time that wanna destroy you and actually want a genocide against you. Um, Several of the nations around Israel have sworn a pact of genocide. No one wants to talk about this. Like, there's an actual pact of these
But
nations
is
or
this?
group.
But is this like I can get certain countries are probably actively in a pact, but is this
Yeah,
like countries or are these the militant groups, Hezbollah, Hamas,
in some of these
the
situations, the
Houthis,
same.
like
Like, the Taliban, for example, runs Afghanistan.
right?
Hamas runs Palestine. Like, you can say they're separate and they're different, but at the end of the day, these groups run these countries, and if they say that we're going to do this thing, we're gonna do this thing, whether you wanna do it or not.
Oh, for sure.
And
Well,
that's the
it's
thing,
the
I think
same
most.
thing here. They do what they want to do, whether we like it or not. So it's
Yeah,
not. It's really no different. Um,
oh, for sure.
I think it becomes a genocide because the kill power, the disparity in kill power, it's just like Israel's dropping entire buildings. Like
But
Hamas is lobbing bombs. Yes, super inconvenience, but Israel
why
has
aren't
the
the
Iron Dome.
w
It's just kill power, man.
why
That's
aren't
the
the
difference.
Palestinian people more against Hamas than they are against Israel then?
But this is what I'm saying. They're radicalized, bro. When you kill
They're afraid,
generations
bro.
of family, you can't tell me that like if they whacked out every family member, and this again, we can't sit here in this position and know what's going through their brain, obviously, for
Right.
Israelis or for the Palestinians. But if you whacked out most of my family and eradicated generations of my family, you radicalize a person, bro, and now you have they think they're revolutionaries. You know what I mean? In a sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know they think they're revolutionaries, but the problem is that, like I said before, like, it's not just Israel, it's Assyria, it's the Ottomans, it's the British, and then it's the Israelis. It's like everyone who's been in
Mhm.
control of that region, yet they don't have any control of the region other than a terrorist group.
Yeah.
Their leading government is a terrorist group. It's like, I don't
Well,
know, I can't sympathize with that. It's like you can say that, like, it's radicalization, but, like, have they ever not been radical?
well,
Has the
Hezbollah did try to become a political party. Obviously, I can't tell. I don't. I'm not that well versed in how legitimate that was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they were technically a political party and with a militant arm, I guess you could say. So like moving towards that in a sense. And I'm not trying to defend anybody. Like, I'm not trying to defend any of the terrorist groups. I'm just saying we determine and tell our citizens who the terrorist groups are, who the bad guys are. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
sometimes I have to question the motives too. You know what I mean? So like, what does destabilization over there do for us? You know what I mean?
I don't look at it as destabilization. Unfortunately, I look at this as, like, religious war. I think
Oh
this
yeah,
is
that no, 1,000% agree, bro. This is two books colliding right now.
I think, right now, when we look at Palestine, I think we're looking at a situation where it's more akin to the Palestinian people wanting Jerusalem than they actually care about a free country, because they've been offered land, they've been offered farmable land, they've been offered land that's access to the sea, they've been offered everything that any other nation would want, and they've said, "No, we're good." We want to continue the war. We want to continue trying to fight Israel. At a certain point, a rational person has to kind of question what their actual motive is. And I think it's Jerusalem. I think that's the end goal for them, is that they want this religious icon, which is the holy city of Jerusalem to all the Abrahamic faiths.
But do you think that's because they feel like it's their holy land, like because this has always been one of my biggest issues with religion, right? Is the winner gets to write the story. So whoever won gets to determine what happened in the battle, so on and so forth. And then you go and add a religious factor to it, and it's like these books, and I can't speak much about the Torah because I don't know, but a lot of these books have been revised and revised and revised. So it's like, and guess what? Men in certain situations, some kings, some popes, they say, let's change this. You know what I mean? Let's do this. Oh, wait, Jesus' birthday is on December 25th. You know what I mean? Like they decide these things. So it's hard because history, like I said, complicated history,
Yeah.
and
Well, it's not complicated. It's just complex. It's a lot to remember, and it's a lot. Like, for example, like a lot of the conversion you mentioned, like the Jesus' birthday, which was on the 25th. Um, I believe that's associated with a pagan holiday. Constantine, the Roman emperor who created who did all the conversion in the Roman Empire,
yeah,
he was originally a pagan. Most people don't know this. He would
no, but he
butcher Christians.
converted, yeah.
But well, no, before he converted, he butchered Christians. Like he was known for killing Christians and taking their treasures or whatever they had at the time, and he would store them up. And when he converted, he actually started giving them all back. And one of the things he did was, in order to assimilate the pagan population of Rome into a new Christian population, is he just simply associated the pagan holidays with new Christian holidays. And people often just like, oh well, he stole pagan holidays. Well, it's not as simple as just stealing. It's really more.
No. It was easier for people to convert because they could relate to the holidays. Like they could.
Exactly.
It was a lot easier to transition in a sense, but that doesn't make the story of Jesus Christ accurate. You
No,
know what I mean? So that's where a lot of the
I also
problem
don't
comes
think it
in.
makes it disingenuous either.
What's that?
I don't think it makes it disingenuous either. Like you're
Well,
doing
so
some,
if Jesus was a real guy, he would have a real birthday.
but it's his birthday. Is his birthday relevant to the story though?
I feel like if you're willing to lie about that and change some stuff about look, at the Council of Nicaea, they decided he walked on water, that he was mystical. You know what I mean? Like, and that carried over for the rest of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I say with these little nuances, because Jesus might have been a very, very, very great guy. You know what I mean? But more of a prophet as opposed to this mystical being. You know what I mean? A yogi in a sense. Chap always tells me that he was the dude, he's the first yogi. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know what I mean? I understand. But this same reincarnation character has happened 30 times. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in whatever story throughout history. But these people are fighting wars over this shit. You know what I mean? Like, and it's tough. It's tough, man, because they have a faith, and I'm happy they have a faith, but there's a lot of bloodshed to these faiths, you
Let
know?
me ask you a question. Do you think the Jews or the Hebrews would be willing to share the Holy Land with people? Like, I mean, they obviously welcome Christians in there.
Um, I think unfortunately there's so much bad blood that they wouldn't probably share it again for a long time at the very least. I feel like regular travelers to that area, sure, you know what I mean. But I feel like the Holy Land, man, is it's tough. It's tough. The Temple Mount, like all of that shit. It's they believe it so hard. Like they believe it so hard, bro, that they'll die for that land. You know what I mean?
I don't know because like I feel like Israel is kind of from the image I've been given, it seems like akin to United States where like most people are welcome. They kind of understand the ramifications of genocide. They understand like what happens when you have like a religious zealotry towards other groups of people because a lot of the people from Israel are direct descendants of the genocide,
Right.
the Nazi genocide.
Sure.
So I don't see them not willing to share the land. I don't see that being the issue. I see who's controlling the land just being the sole issue for Palestine.
I feel like you're right in that sense because they feel they lay that claim. You know what I mean? So really, it's this is the hardest part about deciding how this goes is because they both are steadfast in the belief that they own that land. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, they're two cultures that have experienced a lot of devastation in their cultures for a long time. A lot of like the Jews went through all that persecution. You know what I mean? Throughout like all of that shit. And then obviously the Holocaust and shit like that. Like so. But at the same time, you're talking about these people in Palestine have been fighting the same war for the same 1,000 years.
Yeah. I and that's my biggest issue with the Palestinians is that like this war has been going on for so many fucking years and it's not just against Israel, it's against Assyria, it was against the Ottomans, and the Ottomans were Muslim.
Let's see here. Let's tap in real quick. Not to cut you off, Johnny.
You're good.
We're
If
having
you
an
look at
excellent. Let's
I have
tap
a
in at the election results, or what do we got?
I got a tab open on the bottom there for you.
We got 211 Trump, 145 Harris.
211 Trump.
I'll BRB.
All right, cool. 211 Trump, and what do we got for Harris?
145.
145. Cool. All right. Yeah, man. So, what do you think, Herb? He's cruising right now. Well, what states do we got so far?
So right
Who's
now,
who's winning what?
what do we have? We got some new ones on the board. They're giving her California now.
Of course, we knew that.
Yeah, I know California was going. Illinois,
Gave her
Colorado.
Illinois.
Yeah, she got Illinois. And right now, everything's pretty much taken except for Pennsylvania and Michigan, which Trump is up in Pennsylvania. He's up in Michigan. No, actually, she's up in Michigan.
So he's up in Pennsylvania. That's a swing, though, right? Pennsylvania.
What's crazy is that I'm on like 3 different election sites and they all say something a little different.
Sure.
So
Well, they're
NPR,
probably
which
good.
is a
Right.
liberal site, so they got Trump up in Michigan, but CNN broadcast live has Harris winning 51%. And then what does this poll say? Shit, don't even give me a poll. It's a tight race, man.
Yeah, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Tap in for our first ever live stream. That took us forever to get set up. It was fun.
Mad echo and shit. It was all chill.
Yeah, it's good, man. It always works out.
Arizona's close as shit.
What's the numbers down there?
49.7% Trump. And and 49.5% Harris, 50% of the vote, and that's 0.2 of a percentage point separation.
So it's getting close in those.
Trump is up 2 points in Wisconsin, with 61% of the vote in. And it says he's up in Michigan. I'm trying to confirm that.
It's tough because they keep like when I had it on my screen, they just kept moving.
They just kept moving around.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it would be a shade of blue at one point, and then it'd be a shade. It was like kind of going back and forth.
It is a moving.
So, do you think she makes up this deficit?
It's possible. It's definitely possible that she can do that.
What do you think's got to happen for her?
It's really still early. She's got to win Pennsylvania. But see, now I'm on USA Today. They got Pennsylvania. They got Trump ahead in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. That would be game over. That would just be game over for Trump. He would win.
If he wins those, and he's ahead in those states.
So yeah, he's. This is USA Today. They have him up 4 percentage points. He's up 200,000 votes, 51% to 47%. USA Today. But watch, if I go to CNN, which is super biased.
No way.
Yeah, no way. You can't believe it. So they got Trump up in North Carolina. Let me see what's he got. North Carolina. Let's move this.
Welcome back, Johnny.
Good to be
Johnny, what up, man?
We were just talking.
Johnny.
Just talking about all the different reports that are going on right now with like NPR, CNN.
I was listening a little bit there. I heard trumpets up there.
Nah, yeah. That Pennsylvania is accurate. I mean, NPR's got them at 51%.
Who's got control of the stream right now?
I do.
If you look at the bottom there on the bottom frames there, I got the screen up from Fox. If you want to pull it up.
You see.
Yeah, it might be a little box at the bottom of your screen, or I don't know because I don't have it in mine.
No, that's what happened. Yeah, because I was putting mine up, but I couldn't get it. Let's see. Let me try.
Yeah, because I started this stream from my phone, so we might kind of be.
It's gonna make us, yeah.
Might kind of be dorked on the share screen.
Hold on. Yeah, because I couldn't do it earlier. I was trying to put it up. I wouldn't.
Bro, it's so cool. I had it figured out. All that, and then like just we'll figure it out next time to where we're not like this stream. The quality seems pretty well for now. So like, I mean, I got to imagine going forward, we could do these like virtually.
I got you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get it set up. No, so right now we're looking at 211 to 145, right, Irv? So
yeah, that's correct.
Now, what's the process? Say old Trump hits 270. What do we got? We go through. My
bad.
Oh boy, Echo's back.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that is. Whoa. Not diggity.
Which two, Edwin?
I don't know if I did anything. I don't know what happened. But there we go.
Yes.
It's me. I gotta turn the volume.
turn that down.
I don't even need.
So you know what's happening is that if the audio's looping back into your shit.
Yeah.
What's that? The
That looks like Merino.
Moreno Brown.
Yeah, Senate. God, I hope fucking Tonko loses for New York.
For what? Senate.
Yeah, motherfucker looks like a turtle.
It's funny. He used to come to our breakfasts.
Where?
Oh, remember that? Yeah, Thanksgiving too.
Yeah,
At
we
the
used to.
lodge?
Yeah, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, I got pictures with me and Paul Taco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
leave my boy
Herb.
alone. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Herb was there.
Boy alone, yo.
Yeah, when the homeboys, because we stay serving the community. So anybody that's watching, make sure you pop into Flipper's Barbershop, hit that toy drive, hit that turkey drive, and then hit the subscribe button for us and Jay Murray Athletics.
Facts. Even if you don't like us, go support the community.
Stop it, bro. They love us.
I thrive on the hate, man. I ain't gonna lie. Hater energy. I fucking drink that shit for the fucking morning pre-workout.
Bro, listen, I had to really restrain myself today while I was at the gym. I didn't have a lot of time, and I had to go to the gym, bro. And there's like these 2 state troopers just double parked in the middle of the parking lot, taking up like 7 spaces. I was like, yo, I ain't even got time for this, man. I was like, I gotta go. I'm about to restrain, but at the same time, you gotta move with the positivity, man.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. All right, so we're still at 211, 145. I can't see on this video. So is this the senator? Whose stream is this? You, Johnny, or you, Irv?
John,
Yeah,
that's John.
I think this is my my second screen here.
Oh, okay, all right.
I got 3 screens up right now. I got my Facebook and I got the live stream of the Fox.
Nice. Okay, let's see what we got here.
And because I know I'm gonna get comments about the Fox News thing. I don't prefer Fox. I hate all of them. But
They're all the worst.
this is the first one that came up.
Sherrod Brown lost.
Oh, we got a comment here. Let's see what we got. Jesus was a witch. Okay, listen, it's not impossible.
Jesus was a witch. I heard that before.
Thanks for the comment.
Maisie.
He's a wizard. Went to Hogwarts.
Let's see here.
How cool would that be?
Well, you got to imagine at some point there was like they believed in, paganism was essentially witchcraft,
It'd be whatever you want to be.
Who's this? Who's this jerk off?
Stupid.
Who is this guy? He's lying. Look at him. I
can already say he's lying though.
I can already tell.
His wife's like, stop lying. God damn. You better leave that bitch alone.
Why you always lying?
Yeah. Oh, so
Gallego.
Arizona.
Okay. Oh, he's crushing Lake. Carry Lake.
Yo, it's so bananas too, man. Like this shit takes so forever for like all the results to come out. And imagine just all the people that have watch parties right now, like hoping they're gonna get elected and they're gonna party with their family and shit. And then just like don't.
You lose, man.
They lose.
Sucks, bro.
It's still fucking party, man.
Oh yeah. Now it's a different kind of party. Not so politically correct party,
That is.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Oh, He won't be partying this time.
Yeah.
Vote or die, son.
So again, what do we think happens, man? So let's say, like hypothetically, Kamala wins. What happens? What happens next with the bases?
Does
Well,
Trump run away? Does Trump run again?
I think he said he wasn't gonna, right?
it'd be what 82. I doubt it. Done. This is it.
Yeah. And then
This
who
is
else
it.
is there really? Like, I mean, now that like they converted all the good ones, like or the decent ones, like the RFKs and the Tulsies and
JD's
shit.
next up.
Yeah.
JD and Tulsi could.
I
Do
think the
some
next
work out
logical
there.
step. I think the next logical candidate would be someone like Ted Cruz, someone who has a popular base outside of his own district.
Yeah,
Huge name too. He's a big name.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, Vance is 40 years old.
Who is JD Vance? Yeah, he's young, right?
Young buck. He's a young buck.
Yeah. All right, so we got 17 after 11. So what do we got for the votes?
So it's now 153 Harris to 211 Trump. She just picked up Oregon, which we know that's going her way anyway.
Right.
And
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I think it's gonna be wild tomorrow. Because, like, again, this has to go through all the processes of being double checked, all the votes counted. What happens with mail-in ballots? Don't they have to be in already? Weren't they already supposed to be in?
they'll be coming in next few days, but they have to be in the mail by certain time. So
That's so wild too. So, like, you really won't get all the votes until days after the election.
I mean, none of it matters. I mean, it's all electoral college anyway. They have the decision via that.
Right. So we'll know who wins
There's-
tonight.
And there's really people have a misunderstanding regarding the electoral college. It doesn't have to follow the popular vote. There's very few states
Oh
that
no, yeah,
actually it.
yeah, you're right. I've always said this shit's a sham. The popular vote's a sham.
I mean, you vote for your president when you vote for the senators and your congressmen and all that shit, and people completely omit that from when they vote. So it's you're dismissing your vote before you even voted.
Right. Yeah, it's insane, bro. But this is our country. This is how we do it.
yeah, so we're down at 214 Trump, 179 Harris. I put the map on the stage too.
So
Look at that.
So who did he pick up for the other three?
Montana, he got 4. Idaho,
So he's at what, 215, you said?
he's at 214.
Okay. Harris 153.
He's up in Pennsylvania. It's getting tight. It's he's up 51.1% to 47.9% Harris. 76% of the polls are in. So it's getting close to
wrapping up
out in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's huge. She really needed Pennsylvania to win.
And they're leaning towards Trump.
They're leaning towards Trump. Michigan right now, but they only have 31%. It's leaning Trump. Wisconsin, he's now up three points in Wisconsin with 65% of the vote in. And let's check out Georgia. He's up in Georgia now too, 51% to 48%, 90% in. So he's really getting tight too for numbers wise. She really needed Georgia too. So you figure
If Trump
19.
if Trump wins Georgia, does that kind of validate the whole like conspiracy about like it being stolen from Georgia?
I don't.
I think it definitely helps because I don't want to say it helps, but at the same time, there's going to be those people that'll be like, see, well, Georgia would always vote for Trump. But I
But
think again, man, I think a lot of people right now are just fed up with the way shit is going, you know? And unfortunately for Kamala's campaign, she was a part of the last 4 years.
I'm,
So let's
I'm
see.
sorry, I'm scrolling Facebook right now on the side here, and the first thing I see is a fucking dude in a ski mask with a fucking table full of fucking guns and beer cans, and it just reads half the country right now.
Trump 2024.
No, my guns, bastard.
You already
I,
know Kid Rock is out there right now shooting off his gun.
I'd be
I'd
lying
be
if I didn't tell you I loaded up my clip.
there
Listen,
for it
yo,
up.
you don't know what's gonna happen out here, man. That's the crazy part. Is like you really don't know how. There's like people talking about civil wars and shit, and like just
I got a
Just
fucking family to protect. Like, I don't give a fuck about you. If you come near my house, I'm fucking shooting you. Like, I don't just like, fuck you.
oh yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, well, you're out there too in Schenectady, though. So it's a different land out there.
I mean, you can
I'm
get
right. I'm
smoked
right
at
by
the
the hot
movies
spots
too.
where the Walmart, the Hannaford, Price Chopper, all the stores where they're gonna get raided. If there's a riot, these are the places that are gonna get raided. Like they're the first ones to board up
Wait,
and shit.
Bro, if the capital region was Middle Earth, Schenectady would be Mordor.
Fuck
we
you.
stop.
Yeah,
uh,
I think you're mistaking Albany for Schenectady.
No,
Where
I'm
the
just
battle's
busting
from.
balls, dude. But
yeah,
Albany's bad too. You know what I mean? But
Listen,
sure,
listen. We didn't
sure.
have
Schenectady
a
calmed down
riot
over the years.
during George
They have.
Floyd. We didn't have a riot. That
Yeah,
was
true
all. That was all Albany.
Yeah, because you guys all came over here. I'm just joking.
that.
Damn right.
I'm
Fuck your city.
Yeah,
in Waterville Elite, bro.
there ain't nothing going
Oh,
on
well,
over there.
well, you know what? Fuck their city.
Yeah, you guys just drive through our shit,
Listen,
cause havoc.
yeah, fuck Waterville.
Yo, it's funny as how all the old heads be like, we used to chase people like you back across the bridge back in our day. I'm like, well, this is a new fucking city, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
it's nice. It's nice that you used to chase black people back across the bridge.
Mm,
But
Tell me our
hey,
city now.
it's time to
Yeah.
move on, bro. It's time to move on. Like those cats, I don't even get mad at shit like that. It's like, come on, bro.
Wild.
You get your ass whipped today.
Yeah. Damn, that map is awfully red.
I mean, it's really only yeah. I don't know, man. It's kind of looking. Let me pull this back up.
Yo, pull up the betting odds for Trump.
Uh,
I got you.
I want to see the betting odds. I heard they were like 80% Trump.
I checked DraftKings earlier to see if they had odds on it.
I heard 80%. I was like, yo, I'll bet my life savings.
They got Trump at 86% right now. Most of them. Yeah, I'll pull it up. Yeah.
86%. That's fucking crazy.
Crazy. And that's a bunch of Poly Market. It's kind of one of the big boys. They're at 85.12%.
I don't know. Is this more reliable than the Associated Press?
It's fairly new to the process, but betting it's kind of the same analytics as doing sports and shit. So they're pumping that in. Like, who's the underdog? Like, put your money. And people are actually putting bread up too, though. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
no
It's a
question.
It's a vote. A betting market. I mean, maybe that's the future, bro. Let me just make some money off this shit real quick. Do some
I know,
research.
right?
You
Drop a
imagine if
band on it.
DraftKings replaces the Associated Press?
I know.
Yeah, but they do their hardcore research though, bro. You're probably gonna get the closest to the truth because they're betting money.
That's
You know what
true.
I mean?
I mean,
That's
It's
look at
like
that.
the bookies in Vegas.
Look at that growth just now. So as the election started going, I mean, that shit's just boom. It's going the opposite way.
Yo, does DraftKings still have that $200 bonus for signing up?
They do.
I think so. Yeah,
Sure. I wish we had a link. I'd send that
How much
shit
time
out.
I got?
I know, right?
Let's see. Any updates on this? Nothing yet.
Nothing on the. Yeah, you got to be figuring. There's everywhere else that's got to be wrapping up here soon.
John, send me your screen back of the news.
Oh, hold on. I pulled back up. I turned it off. I froze up.
It's all good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I gotta say, man, for the first stream, this was a fun one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
for
having a
sure.
good time, man. This is dope. We're rocking.
I think this is the first time me and Irv actually had a full conversation, like not in a messenger.
Good. This is what
I
we
did.
do, man. We build
We
them
talk.
bridges,
We
bro.
talk. We talk once. We did talk once. Yes, but all usually in Messenger.
That's what we do. We
Oh,
build these bridges, bro.
yeah,
I'm
man.
pretty sure I hit you up about the Aikido seminar and stuff, even though I'm not a super
Yeah.
big fan of that
Yep.
stuff. But
Yep. Yep. You did. Yep.
anything martial arts, I'm there.
Look at that map. Jesus.
I got my screen up. Hold on. Oh
You
shit, I
ready?
forgot to share.
Don't be sending me no big asses, bro. On the stream tonight.
I know, right? We're live on like 3 different streams right now.
Put some twerking on.
So we got Vermont.
Yeah, I don't want to see Taylor Swift cry tonight or J Lo. J Lo or Taylor's. No, they're both on the same side. Who can we get on the other side?
Yo, fuck
Hulk
Taylor.
Hogan. Fucking.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Taylor Swift versus Hulk Hogan. Come on, brother.
Yo, I had a boss get mad at me for saying I don't like Taylor Swift. I said he got into something about Trump, and I was like, Trump slammed Taylor or some shit. And I was like, yo, fuck Taylor though.
Word. He's a Swiftie.
She's a toxic motherfucker.
Listen, you see her sucking the life right out of fucking Travis Kelce, right?
That's Taylor Pfizer.
They still together?
Yeah, as far as
they're
I
still
know.
together.
But
His
yeah, you
brother
see
just
him,
beat
he's like,
somebody out.
yeah, he
she
did.
dumped
Well,
him in
he
the
didn't
song.
beat him up, dude. Stop
He
fucking spreading that misinformation.
Yeah, I heard that he lumped somebody for talking shit about.
No. So what happened? No, there's a video, bro. There's a video
All
of it.
right, all right. All I'm saying is that's what I heard.
Go get the video. Get that. Well, throw that
Yeah,
shit up.
let's get the fucking video. That's right. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's he snatched the dude's phone.
That's violence.
Oh, it was definitely violent. It was not nice.
Really?
Well, the dude apparently was like, "Yo, how do you feel about your boyfriend or your brother being a F word dating Taylor Swift?"
Oh,
So he
the F
called
word,
him.
huh?
Yeah, so he called him, a very charged word, and he took his phone out of his hand and smashed it on the ground. So
I
can't.
guess when you have that kind of money, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it, sue me. Whatever, dude.
I'll buy you a new phone.
Yep, for a show.
Here we go. Let's see.
Yeah, share it, I think.
Yeah, I got you.
So that's cool that everybody can add shit too, right? Like everybody can add shit to the stream.
But I'm on your laptop, Ed. You're only 1 point can bring that video up.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like the main presenter can like control like what gets seen and what doesn't.
Viral, not what you would
There we
expect
go.
for his time over at Penn State just yesterday. So the former NFL star was filmed on someone's phone after a homophobic slur was directed at his brother Travis.
Kelsey! Hey, Kelsey! Kelsey! Feel your brother's a Kelsey, can I get a fist bump? Kelsey, can I get a fist bump?
Can I get a fist bump?
Ooh. Shattered
As you heard there, the guy directed a slur to his brother Travis and his.
So he didn't lump nobody up.
Nah, he just smashed the phone.
If he wasn't a fucking well-known superstar, dude, he would definitely be tattooed up.
Oh, easily smashed him. That's just somebody you wouldn't want to mess with, though.
Nah, he's a big dude, bro.
He's a big brolic dude.
He's throwing fucking people around for a living. He's retired now, but so yeah, that's what I mean, man. Is like it's tough too for those stars, though, too, bro. You know what I mean? Like, look at that dude. Can't even be walking down the street without somebody really like just douchebagging you.
I mean, he's living the dream, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You're right. You're right.
I would not even be amongst the fans like that. Be like, get the fuck out of here, dude. In my mansion. Nice try.
I wish, man. I wish.
Yeah. All right, 11:30. So let's see, how many more states do we got left there?
Oh, we gotta be waiting on California, right?
No,
California,
I think,
and Washington.
They actually called California now.
Really?
Yeah, California.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
wait.
thought they did that.
Alaska and Hawaii are further away in time codes.
Oh yeah, bro, that's gonna be. Yo, she doesn't really have a lot of. Jeez, that's insane.
Yeah, she
ain't looking too good.
The count's still the same.
So we got 230 to 192. Trump 230, Harris 192. Pennsylvania, they're up to 77%. Trump's still up about 4 points. Michigan, Trump up about 4 points. Wisconsin, Trump's up about 3 points. Minnesota, Trump's up like 13 points. Georgia, Trump's up by 3 points now. So it's Georgia's got 90% in. So if he wins Georgia, Pennsylvania, and even Minnesota, it's over. He wouldn't even need Michigan per se. Yeah, it would be a wrap. It's not looking too good right now for Kamala Harris. But they're still counting, so we'll see.
Yeah, there's still a long way to go.
There's a lot of shit that can happen.
I don't know. I'm not a betting man, but I'm betting Trump.
You saw those betting markets though. They're on it.
And I'm about to start being a bad man.
Yeah, look, they know their shit. They know where they don't want to lose money. You know.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
they got more on the line than the Associated Press does.
That's a fact.
Wild, bro. I can't even believe it. It's so crazy too, because like the whole nation is just waiting up right now.
Yeah, it's
Maybe not. So maybe everybody went to bed and was like, "Fuck it."
Elon Musk just tweeted game, set, match.
Shut up.
Oh,
So they must have closed out everywhere. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because
Trump's at Mar-a-Lago in Florida. Oh, Dana White's there. Look at this. This is craziness. This is fucking crazy.
can't see it.
No. My bad. Being a little jerky. There you go.
Yeah.
Trump, Dana White, Elon Musk
What a watch party.
are at a table together. That's crazy. Yeah, Dana White, man, it was like he usually stays out of this shit.
Dana's been rallying hard though for Trump for a long time.
Yeah. But he's
Trump,
like, yo, he's my dude.
Yeah, well, Trump was like the dude that gave them their start. Like when nobody else would let them compete with the UFC early on, Dana was like one of the first Trump, was one of the first ones that gave Dana the space to do it.
Come in my studio, right?
Well, yeah, come in and I think they were doing it either at like I can't remember where exactly they were doing it, but
in Atlantic City.
There you go.
Atlantic City. Like, come have the fight at my joint, bro.
I think it was brothers, not Dana, because at the time it was being managed by someone else, I believe.
Yeah, whatever it was, he just helped them out. He helped them break into it, like Trump. So he was like, "I'll never say a bad thing about the guy," because he helped us out big time.
You know what's fucking crazy? When I was interning for the Assembly, the New York State Assembly, the member of the Assembly, I won't name him by name right now because the podcast, but he had brought in a lot of big name UFC stars, including Ronda Rousey at the time. I want to say Brock Lesnar as well, and down to the New York State Capitol to get it legalized. The whole illegalization of MMA started because of a union. Actually, most people don't know this, but it was actually the Culinary Union in Las Vegas, Nevada, maybe the whole state of Nevada. I'm not entirely sure. But they had a grudge against the brothers who owned a couple casinos in Vegas, so they lobbied the state or the states, prospectively, to ban MMA because they had owned MMA as well. So in order to hit back at the owners of these restaurants, they decided to hit one of their promotion, which was MMA, and they fucked an entire sport. A union fucked an entire sport because they were angry at these two brothers. It's entirely fucked.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Like you want to talk conspiracies? Like people hype up these unions as these great like ambassadors of equality and equal pay and shit, and then here they are like orchestrating like an entire movement to prohibit a sport and athletes from earning like fair pay and money in their sport because they want to get back at these two individuals.
Right. Yeah, man. Well, that's the wild part about it is it's like they will conspire against people to just and for what really? Because you know how much money was in it. You know how much was in that shit. So what's really going on is it's like you just don't want to tap into that bread and you want to have control. Well, I guess the argument was that it was super violent back then, right? That's what they were saying?
So the original UFC had limited rules. I think the only rules were no like eye gouging, no biting, was like honestly like I'm pretty sure it was the only two rules they really had.
Right, you can kick
Um,
dudes in the balls, all that shit, right?
yeah, well, the point of the original UFC was to prove which martial art was honestly the best.
Right.
And from there, like obviously, state commissions and rules got involved, and like you started seeing more and more things like no 3/4 elbows, where like they drop them straight down. Like it's a certain angle at which like they drop the elbow. Um, certain things like that, where you saw like certain things getting banned that weren't necessarily as damaging as they claimed. I think John Mergliano, big UFC ref. He was originally a fighter, but he got moved over to a ref, and like um, he had a big deal to do with the rule setting and tried to protest certain things, but like obviously was unsuccessful.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a complicated thing, because some of the rules are legit, and then other ones are like it was some who decided like, oh, this needs to be put in place.
Yeah. Yeah. No, well, I think that's a big thing, and that's like the sport has grown so much that they are putting those things in place to where it really does protect fighters too. So like a lot of these guys are going to suffer anyway, but at the same time, it's like might as well limit some of the CTE. But even though the CTE is a lot different than that of football or something like that.
I don't know about that. I think CTE is CTE. The damage you get from getting hit is the damage you get from getting hit. It doesn't matter which sport you're doing.
Well, I think you're getting hit in a different way, though.
Oh yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like I would think, and I'm not saying a punch is any less jarring than a helmet blast. You know what I mean? But there's a certain collision that's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are we looking at here, Irv? These are the current results.
Current results. Trump just won North Carolina. Put that in his win column. He's up in Georgia right now.
Is Georgia still undetermined?
Yeah, they're at 91%, and so you still got 9% of the vote to be counted. But it's getting narrow. It's getting narrow for Harris to
make a comeback.
Stop the momentum. Yeah, there's a
way for not holding a primary.
There's a rally going on right now.
This is unprecedented, man. It's great that we're doing this, man, because this is definitely a historical election. Like,
no, it really is.
It really is. So thank you, brothers, for taking the time to do this.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, it was very, very important to get this one done. And I think, like I said, I've had a lot of fun on this stream. This one's been great. For our first stream, learned a lot. Got to work on that. Let's see what we got here. Who's this?
I just switched to CNN.
So it projects the background.
Yeah, they're saying. Come on. What are you doing?
Shit's wild. Yeah, how hard do you think the Democrats are going to cry tomorrow?
Listen, if they riot, I'm ready.
John's been ready for a minute. He's like, bring it on.
Listen.
I just see that meme happening.
No bullshit. If anything pops off tomorrow, I'm already loaded and I got the gas mask ready.
I don't think anything's going to happen,
come on, bro, with the gas mask.
We're going to find out exactly how much people really don't care tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah. I'm hoping.
Like,
I'm hoping they don't care. I don't want them to. Listen. I don't want to have to like fire that gun. My gun's never been fired once, and I hope it stays that way. But if shit fired off tomorrow, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, North Carolina was a battleground state that could have swung either way, and they're calling it for Trump. They're saying Kamala Harris is looking for victories in other states, Pennsylvania, Michigan,
Luck.
Wisconsin, Minnesota. Still got Nevada out there in Arizona.
Nevada ain't voting for her.
No, that's the Cowboys.
Ain't no way. No, ain't no way Arizona voting for her either. I don't even like Arizona. They ain't
So
voting
Trump
for her.
is 49.8 to 49.4% with 50% of the vote in, and then Nevada hasn't even started counting yet. So that's
I
gonna
don't even
be
know how she won Virginia.
all those special interests there, man. Like half the damn state works for the government.
Really?
Yeah, Maryland, Virginia, it's DC area. I mean, you got all of the special interest lobbyists there. You got military. You got all the senates and their peoples. All the government contract workers.
Yeah, but is military really gonna vote for Kamala? I mean, does she really give a fuck about the military?
Well, she wants them to go to war. I mean, but outside of that, I'm sure if unless they want to go to war, they wouldn't be happy with her.
Right, which, again, the world is kind of destabilized right now. So what happens? Do we obviously it's not looking great for Kamala right now, but if she were to win and we had to go to war, you know what I mean? Like what happens then? It's just that forever wars. Or do you
No.
think or what I mean, even on Trump's side of it, how do you get all this shit to stop?
I
Do you
mean,
go to war?
he's
Do you
already
go to
talking
war?
to these. Yeah, he's already talking to these leaders, which people are hating. But I think it's just about doing deals, man. He had a peace deal in Israel set up with those cats. They shook hands. It was like the biggest peace deal in 80 years over there. You know what I mean? But when Biden gave Iran that $3+ billion that was locked up, it let them fund Hamas and those organizations like through a proxy war. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So now, yeah, just so the disparity in deaths and stuff. Israel, let's see. Let's check this
Yeah,
out. I'll pull this up because I think this is important thing. Let's see. Put
Oh
that up.
God,
Yeah.
how the fuck you even pronounce that name?
So check that out. So as of 2/29, 44,000 people, 43,000 Palestinians,
probably
17 to
zoom in
7.
on that. Sorry to interrupt.
Zoom in. Nah, you're all good. Let's see. Zoom in. Is that better?
No.
No.
No, that's all right. Do your thing though, bro.
Yeah. So 44,000 Palestinians versus 1,700 Israelis have been reported killed in the Israel-Hamas war. 134 journalists and media workers, 120 academics, and over 224 humanitarian aid workers, including 179 employees of UNRWA. So it's like Israel's is like taking out humanitarian aid workers, they're taking out doctors, academics, like that are known UN workers. They're bombed several of those facilities. So that's where, and then if you look at the death toll numbers, it's like 30% children, 40% men, and women. Women are like 25% of the total deaths, and then deaths from starvation from them blocking aid and stuff. So
So I have
cumulatively,
I have to
it's
ask. So so because this doesn't specify how much of that is actually Israel versus Hamas, and then the other question is how accurate is this data?
This data is pretty accurate. I mean, within plus minus, there's people that can't be that haven't been found, obviously, yet under buildings and things of that nature, but pretty accurate from what humanitarians and people that are on the ground
Well,
there.
this is what the UN is saying.
Okay.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's the other thing is the UN is reporting this. And another issue with the Israel conflict is that like they had just passed a law banning the UN what was it called? It was essentially the department of the UN that aided refugees over there. Like they kicked them off of Israel. They can't come to Israel type shit. You know what I mean? So that's what's been making me skeptical about, them not,
That's a red flag, absolutely.
that's the type of shit that makes me skeptical. And then you couple that with Israel's unwillingness to share intelligence this last time. No reassurances said, hey, maybe we won't hit the nuke sites. Maybe, you know. And they didn't, you know what I mean? They targeted at certain nuclear shit, not sites per se, but it just again, it doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy about I feel like it's almost like Israel feels like it has to be us against the world type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, unfortunately, they are surrounded by people who want to see their
oh
destruction. So
yeah,
it's kind of
for sure.
them against like their immediate world.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're definitely right. But it's crazy, man. Hopefully, either way, we don't have to send our boys to war too much. But they did just send over like what was it, two new or not new, but B-52 bombers a couple days ago. Sent them over to the Middle East. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but
No.
it's not exactly de-escalating.
We're testing a new hypersonic missile tonight too.
Shut up tonight on election
Yeah.
night. Come on,
Like, hold that.
boy.
Do something, son. You see this hypersonic missile? This shit can be at your door in like 10 seconds. Shoo! I
Yo,
said, yeah,
but that
this
shit
is
makes me
great.
feel like some North Korea shit though. Like, oh, yo, just take out the parade, bro, and lost. You know what I
Fuck,
mean?
fuck around off target. Fucking hits where
Listen. Rule number one of the United States is fuck around and find out.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Oh, did you guys see that? Come on, we gotta see. I gotta pull this up. The Philadelphia, I think it was the police chief. That's what he said. You guys want to mess around?
Stop it.
Fuck
Yeah,
around and
he
find
was
out.
talking talk. He was talking to. I gotta pull this out because he was talking tough, man.
Go
This is
find that shit.
here he is. Here he is. Let's see this fucking clown. Let's see. Let's see. There we go.
I love this screen share shit.
Oh man,
Facts.
yeah. There we go.
Included already that everybody in the city is working and has been working for months to make sure that there will be nothing tough about that experience and nothing to
Why does it
fear
look like it's
about
from
the
like the
experience.
70s?
But I also want to be clear, anybody who thinks it's
Shut
time
the
to
fuck
play
up.
militia, F around and find out. Anybody who thinks it's time to insult, to deride, to mistreat, to threaten people, F around and find out. We do have the cuffs, we do have the jail cells, we do have the Philly juries, and we have the state prisons.
Just don't have the
So
balls
if
to
you're
say
going to try to
fuck.
turn an election
You should just drop it, bro.
into some form of coercion, if you're going to try to bully people, bully votes or voters, you're going to try to erase votes. You're going
Is
to
this
try
guy
anything
Italian?
nonsense.
Krasner?
We're not playing. F around and find out. That's what we're going to do. I will tell you that we do have a concern. We hope it will not materialize. We've seen time and again when we're clear about our intentions, most of the bad stuff does not materialize, but we have a concern that there may be people either working in the polls or close to the polls who are going to bring frivolous, bogus challenges to voters. Why? Because this was done in Wisconsin. Basically, the way that works is when they know
And this is
better,
Philly?
people start to claim
Yeah.
Mrs.
Okay,
Jones
yeah.
isn't Mrs. Jones. They might not even know Mrs.
Philly,
Jones.
late
Or they
70s.
start to say, "Oh, that identification is not good enough." These are people who have
This is
potentially
No, is this
fucking-
just me?
citizens of some sort of official status, and they are liable then
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
try to
It's
get
a
into
fucking time warp,
discussion,
bro. I swear.
with other
It looks
officials.
like they added color to it.
Anybody who thinks you
They
can
haven't.
play those games
They
in
haven't
Philadelphia, you're gonna
updated
do it in
any
bad
of their
faith. I got
production
no
at
problem
all.
with doing
Yeah,
Not
ever.
over. Not
do
over.
it in bad faith.
Yo, get some lighting in
Our
there.
judges, they have orders, and those orders are gonna say, in essence, get out.
Yeah.
Polling
All right,
place.
Chief.
No,
Anybody
but
who doesn't
that's
get out,
it's
We
funny
got you.
because it does solidify Johnny's America is fuck around and find out. Because yeah,
Facts.
it's
Facts.
not, you're not wrong.
Nah,
Listen,
That's
man.
kind of every
Japan
aspect of
fucked
life.
around and they found out.
Yeah, fucking A. So this is
yeah.
the current political map, Irv.
This is the current one.
All right.
Yeah,
So
this is
Trump's at 230 still.
yeah, still at 230, 205. Let's see.
She's at 205.
Yeah,
Yo, I'm listening about BRB.
Yeah.
Okay. 83% in Pennsylvania now. 75% Wisconsin. 53% in Minnesota. Michigan, 44%. So she could still win Michigan. Georgia's at 93%. She's closing the gap a bit. 50% to 48%. She's
Right.
2%. Yeah, she's closing that gap. I mean, she would need what she needs. She needs 60, 65 to get to 270.
Yes,
So
sir.
10, that's 25. That's basically 44. Georgia is 16. That'd be 50, 60. And then she would need Nevada or Arizona. So yeah, she's got to win everything else.
She's got to take the rest of the board, right?
She's got to take the rest of the board pretty much.
Wow. You know, to be honest, bro, I thought it'd be a lot. Like, I'm not saying I thought it'd be closer because I thought she would have that kind of following, but I thought the Democrats definitely would have tried to swing more votes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even like a competition right now. I mean, she closes out some of those states. She might, you know.
I think that I think a lot of minorities stayed home this time around
Right.
because they're like, yo, you guys, they did all of that shit with the immigrants and whatnot, sent them to everybody's hood, gave them all this money and shit. So people are like, fuck all that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's tough because when you have people here at home that need help and you give away a lot of shit, a lot of resources that we don't have for us, you know,
Do you
people
think
don't forget it, man.
Do you
Wow.
think the Democrats like kind of isolated the minority population in America with the immigrants?
Most definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
most definitely.
For sure, because again, you made them feel a sort of way, man. You can't take care of what's here, what we did to get in this country properly, you know. And you give away all these resources, to people that are just flooding in through the country and not even being vetted for the most part.
No.
So we're getting a bunch of criminals coming out of prisons in other countries, and they're not exactly contributing to the American value system or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Oh, wait. They got the vote. The vote's got to be coming in here soon.
Yeah, they do.
It's midnight now, so they're closed. They're wrapping up their
Everywhere. Nevada should be counting now. Let me see. Nevada. No, they're not counting yet. Arizona's 50% in. Georgia's still at 93%. Why are you doing that to me? Yeah, Georgia's close.
All right, Kings. I'm gonna hop off here.
All right, bro. Well, thanks, man, for tapping
Out,
in.
bro.
Absolutely, guys.
fun.
It was glad to-
Thanks for
glad to
hanging,
be-
bro.
Absolutely glad to be part of the podcast. Nonsensical Podcast. Jeez, nonsensical
Look at you.
podcast. Stumbling over my
Diabolic.
words.
Well, thanks, bro. Thanks for tapping in, and we'll definitely catch you next time, man. And hit me up.
Absolutely. Do you mind if I throw some tags?
No, do your thing.
All right. If anyone likes me, make sure you join me on J Murray Athletics. I talk athletics, sports, mainly do MMA coverage. We do a bit of BJJ coverage, and we're trying to branch into more. So if you guys want to subscribe, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Nonsensical Podcast and Nonsensical Knowledge Podcast. I keep messing that up. And J Murray Athletics. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Thank you.
All right, bro. Peace.
Check you later.
Catch you later.
Yeah, man.
Play this.
1,000 votes right now. In a state decided 4 years ago by
See what they say
11,700
about
votes.
Georgia.
Donald Trump with 93%. That's an important number of the vote counted.
Yeah, this
is
screen
ahead by
share
nearly
shit is.
120,000 votes. So you're looking. This is where they would have to.
We
be.
might
not-
have to
You can pick up
run
votes
a few
elsewhere, but that's where
episodes
most of
just
the
like
votes
this.
are. That's close to half of the state population, right?
That's
Atlanta,
what-
and the
yes.
metropolitan area around it.
So
So what's
read
out
the
there? Are
videos.
there live outstanding votes out there?
So let's see.
Well, let's take a look. The answer is
Oh,
yes. Let me
okay.
get rid of the coloring so you don't have to see that.
Let's see.
The answer is yes. They're out there. This is you're at the point now where you're talking about
Yeah,
drawing to an
it's so
inside
thick.
straight flush. Essentially, you need these votes to come in overwhelming numbers for you. But you do see there's the mathematical possibility. This is why the Harris campaign is on the phone. This is why I assume Donald Trump has not come out yet to say anything, because he's hoping that this one comes off the board as well. You're looking at the math right there. It's possible. So we're waiting for more votes in Georgia. So then you come up, Jake, and we'll look at the blue wall states in a minute to see if any of the math is changing. But if you look at the map right now,
they give him
you would so
Michigan.
much rather be Donald Trump than
They
the vice
gave who
president.
Michigan?
All right, and we have a projection.
Looks
John.
like projection
CNN
coming in.
project that Kamala Harris will win the Commonwealth
Okay.
of Virginia. Commonwealth of Virginia with its
she
13
picks up
electoral
Virginia.
votes will go to the Democrat Vice
Okay.
President Kamala Harris. What does that mean for the electoral math? Let's take a look. With 270 electoral
they
votes
just
to win,
switched
Donald
it.
Trump is only 40 behind that with 230. Kamala Harris has 182 electoral votes. Let's bring you a key race alert. Where are we with all the states that we have not projected yet?
All right.
Pennsylvania, Donald Trump in the lead. 51.3% of the vote. Kamala Harris, 47.6% of the vote. Donald Trump has a more than 213,000 vote lead over her with 84% of the estimated vote in from Pennsylvania.
So it looks.
In battleground Michigan, Donald Trump up there, 51.2% of the vote. Kamala Harris is 47% of the vote. Donald Trump with a 107,290 vote lead over Harris. But there's still about 55% of the vote that has not been counted in Michigan. A lot of votes to count in Michigan.
Votes left.
Wisconsin now, Donald Trump 51% of the vote, Kamala Harris 47.4%. Donald Trump with a more than 92,000 vote lead over Harris. That's with more than 3/4 of the votes counted in Wisconsin, 77% of the vote. In battleground Georgia, Donald Trump up 50.7% to Harris's 48.4%. Donald Trump with a
Bro,
118,838
closing
vote
out a
lead
lot of
over
them
Harris,
states.
with 93% of the estimated vote in. In battleground Arizona, Donald Trump up
What do you
49.8%
think?
to Harris's
What do you
49.3%.
think he ends up with?
What?
What do you think the final? Like, obviously, 270 to win. Do you think it's even close?
I think, yeah, it might be like 280, 260, about 240.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I can give her that much.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
because
lot.
the rest of them have to go to her, right? Like, or that's pretty much how it works. Right?
No, it doesn't have to.
I can give you a conceivable possibility where she only has to come back in 2 of them, but she has to come back in all 3 of them to have a reasonable path to 270 electoral votes, and it's a problem at the moment. 168,000 votes. I'm told more votes just recently came in Philadelphia, and indeed they did. So now
Yeah, this was a solid stream.
This can change a little bit as they come in, but you see that
This next level, bro.
in Philadelphia.
If we can not have all them issues.
Yeah, we got to figure out the sound. So
Yeah.
we could be in the same damn room, or maybe like
it's 81%, and it's
yeah, if we could tweak that.
Remember that 81 and
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It shouldn't be too hard for the first stream we've ever done, first live stream.
This is beautiful, man.
And the quality's good. The sound is good. We had like 5 or 6 viewers at one point, which was cool for the first live stream. Couple comments. I like it.
State like Pennsylvania with 85%
You know.
You're saying, is it just Philadelphia and the suburbs?
Oh, man.
There are outstanding votes. Again, if you're joining us late,
For this to be our first one, we're coming up on 3 hours.
The color.
Yeah, for real.
3 hours.
At the moment. And so
Yeah, John was fun too, man. That was dope.
Yeah.
That was super cool.
I thought he was gonna bounce earlier.
To be honest, bro, I think he was only just gonna drive down for an hour. You know what I mean? I think.
Oh, okay. Come down. I got you.
Yeah, he was gonna come down instead of like doing it virtually, and I was like, "Well, bro, you might as well just do it virtually and save the gas, and you know, and it makes it easier for him. Now he doesn't have to travel back and forth, and he can just stream with us."
Then for Biden, Erie and Northampton, 2 of the
So,
that did that.
Hell yeah, man, that was dope too.
In the last campaign, it was Vigo County,
But we could, this is one of the cool things we can start doing though. Is we could just start tapping everybody in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, hop on.
Just start tapping everybody in, and like, hey, here's a link, bro. Tap in.
Is it impossible? No.
Say what up. Nah, man, we got video too. We could go video. We could watch a video and talk about the shit. Like, just enhances everything.
Oh, it makes everything way better, dude. Like you said, it's almost next level now. You know what I mean? So
definitely
we just have to.
And the stream, bro. The stream running. I love it.
A little below President Biden, which seems pretty consistent.
Yeah, and then like I said, it'll get a lot better with the next one when we can figure out how to work the sound, and not so much the sound. It's just I think, because I think what's happening is like I'm picking up on yours, you're picking up on mine. So it's just one constant loop.
Maybe some sound shit.
Yeah.
Definitely the pads in front of the mics.
Yeah, yep, for sure.
I think we just gotta sound it up a little better.
Yeah, but listen, again, first stream, you can't beat that,
Nah, we hopped on anyway. We got on.
And everybody
in the damn truck, but it's all good.
And everybody got to learn with us.
Yeah.
Pick them randomly. This is where Trump just
runs. Oh yeah.
But so you're saying, can she come back in the Philadelphia suburbs and in Philadelphia
Let's see. I can't believe they still haven't announced Philadelphia.
After a while, to think, he's getting 75% here, he's getting 78% here. There's a little bit of vote out there, not much, not hardly anything left there. Not much left there. So his vote is mostly in. Trump's vote is mostly in when you look at the map. But the question is there really enough there? And let's see where they are here. 94% in Allegheny County. So again, you're getting 59 to 39, 20-point gap. 20-point gap. So yeah, that's got to be a lot of votes to come in, and they say they're at 94%. So it's not impossible. I would say we're starting to lean into the improbable. And let's go over into Michigan. It's the state where the vice president was leading early on. Then Donald Trump took the lead. He takes the lead sometimes in these states when all these rural counties fill in. Look at them all, right? And again, you just find him, and he's at 67% here, and he's at 65% here. He's at 66%.
So now, when they're talking about this is like when the polling is over or the counting's over.
This is the counting. So like each county counts, and then so each county. So there's a lot of like major cities that are left to be counted. So they're saying that she can technically come back.
No shit.
And when Donald Trump won Michigan, he's getting.
So, but you say, you're talking about like just smaller counties, like maybe they'll add up.
Yeah. So like what he's looking at now is Detroit, like the city, which is gonna be straight Harris. You know what I mean? And more votes than the rest of them.
If he's even above 30, right? Anything he's above 30 is an improvement for
him. Yeah, man.
We can't see it all on this map.
This is crazy, bro.
Can you see our comments as well?
I can see the comments. You should be able to. Oh.
And then here you have Hamtramck.
So we can put them up on the screen when they come in too.
Very important pockets.
Shout out to everybody that commented on our stuff. That was dope.
Is that you hitting them?
Yeah. That was
they pop up.
That was me just kind of being ignorant a little bit here.
Jay Murray, what's up, buddy? Jesus was a witch.
Yo, it's not a bad. Listen, if like I don't know if I can say. Well, no, he was the first Christian, I guess, but I don't know if you would say he was a Jew, so it wasn't like he was a pagan.
Nah, he wasn't a pagan.
So,
Jake, there have been a lot of questions and some
consternation. See here, Jews. It's gonna be crazy if this dude wins in a landslide.
Yeah, and I just spoke with the Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, and we believe.
I don't know, man.
I asked her quite specifically, and she said the reason is that Wayne County, in part, given all.
Dude, how'd you get the cool little icon on your shit?
The outcome of the election in this state is not reporting.
If you go to,
it's waiting until it has either all or the vast majority of those.
If you click on the three tabs on your image or on your screen there,
makes it public. And I just want to highlight one point that's going to happen in the next hour, perhaps the next few
you get it?
A nondescript.
I don't know if I can do it. Oh wait, 1 second. I don't know if I can do it from the phone one.
It's on your lap. It's on your laptop. It might not like.
About 4,000 we expect. That's the final batch. Not just we are told.
For everybody listening, we had to separate ourselves. If you're tapping in later in the live stream, we were catching up catching some feedback.
Report those final figures. We were told it could be in the next few minutes. We'll be watching. We'll report back when it happens.
So they're saying Pennsylvania in the next few minutes, or
Detroit?
In Detroit, Wayne County. And you were noting that we don't.
Let's see, man. I don't know.
Level that we can't see Dearborn and other places where there were a lot of uncommitted votes during the Democratic primary. But just to remind our viewers, during the Democratic primaries, as a protest of President Biden's support for the Netanyahu government of Israel and its war on Hamas in Gaza.
Getting into that Israel.
Always comes back there, right?
It really does.
Israel and Russia.
protest vote against.
It's like, who's gonna do what?
And most of them
Non-stop.
are located here in Wayne County. Again, you have Detroit, progressive city, but also Hamtramck and Dearborn, just to the north.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
see, we'll work on all of our banners and all of that shit.
And then the next one, you come out here again. This is Washtenaw County, where I've been 4 times, maybe 4 times, maybe 5 times, no 4. In this
Oh snap, son! There's countdowns too. Shut up.
Right now,
Where?
change, but she's at 60.
So if you go into brand,
Again, you have a big college campus. It tends to be a very liberal pocket.
you can go down and there's video clips like loop.
Up, that's great.
So there should be brand 1. You should see the logo. You should see some overlays.
And maybe
That's like one's like be right back.
Campus and and it boosts up the number a little bit.
Countdown, 1 minute countdown.
The president of the United States and 32%.
Where's that at, bro?
So on your screen, I want to say it's gonna be on the left side of the wait, hold on a second here. On the right side, right, is where like
either we're not going to vote or they were going to vote.
Shit, I don't even know, to be honest. It's like there should be comments, banners, brand.
Here, so I'm guessing that there is.
I do see where you can put add banners and shit.
Yeah.
Do you see brand?
In Michigan than in other states.
Right, and she worked it hard.
Nope.
She was out there quite a bit. Every trip I was out there.
That might just be on yours.
Yeah.
See, mine pops up, but it's like,
oh, I see it. Well, it's on yours. It's not on mine, but I'm not logged in either. So
right.
On yours, I see it.
So what's it just got? What are you able to just observe our shit on the?
Well, I'm on your shit. You're I'm on the StreamYard on your computer.
Oh,
and
shit.
I have mine up too, but I don't have these settings on mine.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's probably because wherever the stream started.
Oh, but I see the overlay. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
3 times
logo.
to union auto worker groups, and I want
Yeah.
to say this front.
Countdown. Oh, that's dope.
Right. So like we could do like countdowns, like yo, stream starts and there you go. Change the background. Nice. Okay. Get weird.
Right.
Get weird. Fuck yeah.
I mean, you can add a background.
Background music.
You got music too? What? That's crazy. Oh, Ed, come on, bro. This is nuts. This is nuts.
This might be the way to go going forward,
This
bro.
is nuts. And we could do the individual joints too with videos. Everything. It's got everything we need. We're good.
Yeah.
We are good.
Yeah, right. And if we could, I mean, the audio sounds good to me.
It does.
If I think if we can get mics hooked up, like to where we're actually isolating the sound. I mean, you sound good on it. I don't know how my shit sounds.
No, you sound good on it too. I know when I have the headphone with the microphone, I can be close to people and then not pick up anything. But it's feeding. It's both the microphone and the headphone together, feeding through the laptop.
Right.
Let's see what's going on. Donald Trump margin to win the elections now. I don't know, man. This is when they did the switcheroo last time.
What? When everybody went to bed?
Yeah. Yeah. Cats went to bed with Trump winning, woke up. It's a massive loss.
Yeah, it seems like they're kind of stalling on the last of these results, though.
It happens every time. Like, and then they just may stop and be like, we'll finish tomorrow. Everybody's tired.
Yeah. You'd think there'd be some like frenzy for like people to knock it out Like, don't get it twisted. I feel like people should be able to rest and shit and, go home and go to bed. But at the same time, this is like the most historic election you're going to get in recent years.
Yeah. Yeah. And for what's on the, on the market, what's coming, what we're facing.
Exactly.
And it really was a direction, just a clear direction. We're either going to go this way or we're going to go this way.
Yep. Yeah, this is wild. How long you want to hold out for these results?
I'm good, bro.
All
I'm
right,
good.
cool.
We could wrap.
No diggity.
I don't think we'll know tonight anyway.
Well, worst case scenario, we can both tap in tomorrow virtually.
Mm-hmm.
And even
Yes,
if
we can. Yes,
even
we can.
even if it's a quick, why don't you turn your camera back on for a minute? There you are. Dope. All right, no
Yes,
diggity.
sir.
Well, thank you for everyone that tapped in, commented, engaged. This was our very first live stream. We learned a lot. We'll follow up with the election tomorrow. And again, thanks for tapping in. Herb, you got anything for anybody or what?
Remember to always stay weird.
Yes, sir. All right. Peace out.